Fuck, I've been on the class
Scene.
of 13. I am gonna get my shit pushed in.
Don't look. Don't look at the screen. You don't
Not looking.
know. You don't know those things. Those things that you think you saw, you didn't. Anyway. I actually used to have a podcast. And
Yeah, you got a voice for it.
both of these jokers, oh, thank you. Both of these jokers were actually characters in a Star Wars game we were running. Alistar
Star
here,
Wars.
Luz was a Russian, some sort of Russian alien, and
As you, of course, as you should be.
as you should be. And now that I'm saying it aloud, Travis actually was in the One Ring game where we were doing the Lord of the Rings thing, right? Weren't we?
All right.
Yeah.
What is PP, and how do I get it?
PP is colloquial for urine.
Okay.
It's your passive perception.
Oh, there it is.
See, as I should have realized.
Now I know that. Now I know that. Now here's the only problem I have with passive perception is that this game was designed before passive perception was designed. So here's the rub. For the sake of
You rubbing peepees?
we're not going to do that. We're not going to even talk
Oh.
about that because that's disgusting and I'm disgusted by it. But what we are going to do is damn, I totally got derailed. Oh, yeah, okay, because when I ran the Tomb of Horrors for, I can't even remember, I think it was both of you guys, actually, the passive perception actually ruined the deadliness factor of the dungeon. Because I
Right.
think Luz, you like fucking like min-maxed your guy to have like a 30 passive perception,
He
which
could,
is
he could see the folds of the universe.
yes,
What, man? I
without
know
trying.
How to dungeon crawl, and dungeon crawling without passive perception
Were you-
is
were-
horrible.
Yes, that's
Dude,
no,
were
it's
you
true.
a Time Lord? You could see everything that is, was, and never will be?
Damn near close.
Damn near
Might
close.
as well have been.
Why not? So
I think
it's,
that was the monk or something, right?
you
I
were no. I want to say you were the rogue in that one.
Possibly.
Yeah, which makes
Sounds like
sense. Yeah, that sounds like something you would do. Or Bard.
Bard was for the sun temple thingy.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Sun Citadel or whatever. Sunken temple, that was
He
it.
was like jiggada, fuck you. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
but he actually had a real guitar.
Was he trying
at
to
the
channel
time.
Metallica with that?
Yeah, he was doing it pretty good too. James Hetfield.
Eggs Delight.
Eggs Delight? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Are we reading off the Denny's menu? What the fuck?
Amstel Light.
I don't think
That's what it sounds like he's
the
saying.
word. Well,
Eggs Delight and Amstel Light. His two favorite things.
he likes some good sunny side ups.
Mm.
He's a breakfast
A
fan.
grand slam.
Grand Slam, if you can. $3.99. Are you out of your mind? Let's start the game. This is getting a little weird. So,
Actually,
Luz-
my question was, so what was your whole point about passive perception then?
oh yeah,
Oh, because it got broken because somebody here could see the folds of the universe.
yeah, that was what it was. So, the moral of the story is, I will honor passive perception only in instances where rolling for perception would be uninteresting. I will call for perception
Okay.
when it's like a life and death, or if you fail, that would suck kind of thing. That way I could see it
Gotcha.
being more, I don't know, more tasty. Whatever you want to call it. But what was I going to say?
Then I really quick couldn't buy a 10-foot pole.
I remember for the have you ever seen or played Tomb of Horrors there? I'm going to start calling character names. Cassius.
Nope, never.
No. Tomb of Horrors is the renowned deadliest game made for the Dungeons and Dragons system. And they also released
boy.
it with Yawning Portal, same as with the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan, or however you pronounce it. But
I think you got it.
they first of all, it took them, I want to say, 3 game days to get into the dungeon.
Wow.
Yes, because it's that hard. And to the point where Travis was so frustrated, he was destroying the terrain to find the entrance.
Yeah, see, that's that. I have a friend who plays half-orc barbarian, and true to his form, that's all he ever plays in any video game ever, because he has an intelligence of 6, much like in real life.
Oh, there it is.
So every time we're doing something, it just becomes like how soon can I smash things? And when things don't go his way, I wanna punch him.
Gonna punch it.
We'd been told that the entrance to the tomb lay in this gigantic mound, and we couldn't detect it. Like, Mech came down and like cast legend lore. Ancient dead sages would come to them and whisper like tellings of this tomb, and they got nothing.
Wow.
So they just like got up every morning, cast disintegrate as many times as possible, just disintegrating the mound, and then went back to the camp.
Just like took a nap. It took a big old nappy nap. Waited for
Little
it.
nappy poo.
Speaking of which, do you all have your elixirs that I messaged you about previously?
Oh, I definitely don't. What was it?
It's called.
I have it in my in my character sheet. It says elixir of the Crimson Toro.
Yeah. Basically, it gives you a full 8 hours, like a long rest.
Oh, did I just spam that in the chat? Like an ad? No, I did not. Okay, I was clicking on it. Like, why can't I do anything with it?
It's Elixir of the Crimson who?
Tauro.
It's a Red Bull. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
ruin the joke for you. It's a Red Bull. It does not, however, give you
Cool.
wings.
Oh,
Anyway,
I just got it.
if you have to explain the joke, it's not funny. That's what they say. Anyway.
I'm stupid.
No, it wasn't you. Nobody else fucking... Either they didn't do it, or they were just politely smiling behind the microphone. Like, oh, that was a nice attempt. But anyway, let's drop it in here. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real. Let's start on a black screen here. Not on this actual place card here, the startup card or whatever you call it. We're getting an overview of the jungle. It's like one of those flyover shots. We're getting a lot of B-roll, maybe some butterflies are fluttering by, and then a carnivorous plant kind of opens up and then snatches it out of the air. You see several kind of monkeys, baboons, panthers, anacondas kind of wrapped around a deer, and then cutting through the bush, you see 3 heroes. Now, the sun's getting low in the sky. So, you've just reached a clearing that you think could be comfortable enough to camp in. Now, you can see in the distance, maybe, 500 meters or so, the temple entrance. The temple itself, actually, which is like a I don't know if you've ever seen like a Mayan pyramid, an Incan pyramid. It's pyramidal. It's triangular, but it has lots of like sharp edges and decorative architecture, kind of angular and faces and things like that. Now, as you breach and the sun is going down, you can decide: do you want to progress now? Or is this going to be a wait till morning thing? Keeping in mind, of course, that this shrine you're looking for, the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan, is the so-called final resting place of the vampire god of the underworld.
Real quick, because we never decided. How do we figure we all know each other? Was this just like a help wanted to find a vampire lord ad that we all answered, or?
That's, the easiest explanation, but,
In search of 3 adventurers.
Adventurers 3! Or you could have been hired by... In fact, I would like you guys to really decide, how you think you'd like it to be. And then meanwhile, let me start the mood music.
Ooh, we've got mood music. Oh, we've got mood music.
That's your campsite. That's why it sounds so
Yeah.
fiery.
What do you guys think?
Not to put the the burden of motivation on everyone else. But I believe I would like to imagine my character was hired as both a translator and kind of a local guide. Not necessarily someone who knew the layout of the island, but certainly someone who knew the local culture.
Now, if that hasn't been said, I'm going to give you an opportunity right now to change one of your languages to Maztecan.
Do the Mazdakans not speak common?
They don't
would think they'd
exclusively
speak Spanish.
speak common. They don't exclusively speak common. They do speak. I want to say it's like going to like Little Havana. Like you're very likely to meet someone who speaks English common, but speaking Maztecan is the native language of this particular region, which is known as the jungles of Chult.
In that case, I will totally switch out Dwarven for Mazdakan.
Now, there very well could be some big old jungle dwarves in here, but if you want to make that call, that's your decision.
So my question
That'll
is...
be the very
Cassius
last
the kind
time
of person-
I throw you guys a bone.
That's fine. Well, I have no quarrels with. I think I'm picking up pretty loud here. I have no quarrels with being somewhat of like hired muscle. Somebody that.
My
Let's look
question
into-
is, would he have done the hiring, or would he be hired?
I feel like I would have been hired.
Okay, cool. Then I will have been the one to hire the both of you, because why the fuck not?
Awesome.
Makes sense.
Since you're the one who did the hiring, what does your character look like?
Okay, real quick, because I was still trying to catch up here. You said it's evening, morning, what?
It's evening. The sun is
That
like
it's turning
starting
evening.
to draw down. Yeah.
Okay.
And with the sun going down, considering you're about to go into the vampire god's lair, it's up to you. Do you want to enter in the morning or evening? So
I'm sure it'll be fine.
of course, yeah. Why not?
Right, okay, so Alistair Ironlung is a dwarf. He's like 4 feet tall, about 4 even. He looks like if a person could embody just tiredness. Like he's been around for a while. He did the whole pirate thing for 100 years, 30 years of which were pretty exciting. And at this point, he found God in the form of a war god.
Oh,
So,
congratulations!
Yeah, so he's an ardent worshiper of Tempest, and he wants to go around and prove his mettle. He found out there are these places like the Shrine of Tamoachan that are worthy challenge for someone like him.
Definitely.
So, like I said, very old. He's balding with wispy white hair, and he's got like he was a sailor, so he has like tanned brownish skin, but it's like spotted with age spots.
For some reason, I heard spotted with AIDS, and I'm really glad that's not what it ended up being.
No. But yeah,
It could also
he's
be.
a burly
It's not too
dwarf
late.
dude in a shit ton of splint mail armor, and he carries a giant warhammer and a greatsword. So that's Alistair.
Pretty boss. All right, and then the
so
camera
you
pans
hired
over to
us
the
then.
side. After having hung on the face of Alistair for so long, he check and reconsults his map, which this definitely looks like the spot. This has like an El Dorado vibe. Like this, when you ask the people around town, none of them really believe it exists. In fact, you're not even sure how you got to this particular landing. Like, you had to go through a waterfall and like through a glade that made you like sleepy and stuff, and then you came like across this organically after a couple more days of hiking. So after consulting the map, camera pans up and then goes over to Cassius.
I know. Who do I see next?
Cassius, sorry, I don't know if my mic picked it up.
Oh no,
there.
it did not. Well, I'm a little bruised up. Got some cuts on me. I just got out of prison for trying to steal from a noble lord of the town, and as such, prison does many things to people. For me, it hardened me a little bit. I was a little too trusting at first with the crew that I tried to pillage with, for lack of a better word. And from that, I got out. I figured I might as well try to do some good, all the while trying to make a little bit of money to try to raise my standing and potentially find my riches somewhere else, all the while finding a worthy crew of protecting and adventuring. I tall, slim-fingered tiefling, as you might have guessed. I was probably passed around a couple times in the prison, as per the scars and the cuts around my face and such. My mouth is my biggest thing. I'm quite a charismatic person. Didn't do so well in prison. Just wear some raggedy leather armor that I managed to scrounge up before taking up the help wanted sign from Alistair. I've got a rapier on one side, a short sword on the other. I'm very raggedy, worn and torn, hand-me-down type attire. Everything was just 5 and below type stuff, so I'm really looking to get my riches back and make myself better.
Awesome. All right. And then after hanging on his horned visage for long enough, and he moves through the brush, we see Yayakwi breaching the edge of the bush with his staff and trailed by 2 helpers. Why don't you go ahead and describe yourself there, Travis?
I think it's 4 skeletons, by the way. I mean,
is it? Wow.
For assistance. Yes. Yaokwi moves through. Hands their staff off to kind of gruffly pushes it into the hands of one of the gaunt, masked figures behind them. Pen and quill in hand, mapping out the local terrain, trying to get a better viewpoint. They're actually dressed rather finely. Their clothes being of the native type are actually rather well suited to the area. They're a bit stout and rotund a figure to the local populace, having been a member of the Nexalans. However, throughout our time here, I suppose it's worth noting that if we perhaps we've searched through not only Pezalik but the Valley of Nexel and Huakli, but in the Valley of Nexel, after steering clear of that and the priest of Zoltek, bringer of war, eater of hearts.
Damn, man.
For unexplained reasons. We have finally made it here. We've been able to fund our expedition off of Yayaokwi's claims of selling these elixirs, these potions that restore vigor, tighten skin, that kind of stuff, and then quickly leaving behind before we can be followed. And of course, Yaokwi's expertise and both hiding who we truly are, through both document and appearance, have done wonders for getting us past any local superstition or discrimination. Yes, with fake passports from nobles and writs of nobility in hand, we've made it this far. And now with the bureaucracy and red tape behind us, the true task begins.
Nice. What gender is Yayakwi?
Yaokwi is male.
Yayakwi is male. Okay.
All right.
Well, gentlemen,
There
if
it
the
is.
map is correct, I believe that we are in fact at our location. So, oh Lord. So, the question as it stands before us, dare we press on? On into that good night and hopefully to reward and riches. Or make camp. Please God, let's make camp. And attack it fresh in the morning.
Do you need like a cough drop or something? You sound a bit out of wind, friend.
Oh, it's all this climbing at the glade. I really wanted to sleep in the glade, but it's fine.
I'm sorry.
We've moved past it.
You wanted to sleep in the guard? Is that what you just said?
In the glade, the peaceful glade.
Oh.
With all those, I mean, they were going to eat us. It was obvious, but at the time, it seemed preferable.
It's funny.
to hiking, but
I just drawed the first plot twist card. It says hilarious memory. Can you give me a hilarious memory from the glade, please?
I want to say it was like, because Alistair's just so goddamn tired, and it was him like be like, no guys, we'll definitely take a nap, as like there's obvious tentacular creatures like trying to eat him, and I think Yaya's skeleton crew had to pick up this 200 and some odd pound dwarf and like lug him through this glade. Because he just straight up gave up, like he was like, I guess I die here. So yeah,
I was gonna say, for me, I had to go and answer nature's call, and so I went into the nearby brush, and all you could see was just my green hair and a little bit of my horns poking out, and my eyes just coming up over as I try to, do my business, and then I pick my pants back up. Unsatisfied because I could not, in fact.
People were watching.
I couldn't go. I got stage fright.
I love it.
The thought of all of these pleasant memories kind of brings, when you start talking about the glade, it kind of brings a smile to your faces, and you can take an advantage roll on your next fear check if you make one. There you go.
To is that me or?
To just in general, to all of you, since you're all in like a levity, kind of adding levity to the situation.
You think this temple has a shitter in it? My stomach's really going out of line.
The sun
It is unlikely.
goes down.
This temple was meant to house, if legend is to be believed, a vampire lord. Their servants will no likely be undead primarily, or some terrible creatures who have no use of the conveniences of civilization.
So that's a no on the shitter then. Well, that's unfortunate.
Go in the bush before we go in. I can't imagine there is very good ventilation in there. And I do not want to be stuck in there. I imagine the second we step 1 foot in, the door is going to seal behind us, so...
As soon as you say that,
I have
you hear rustling in the underbrush behind you. You hear the sound of what sounds like creatures crashing through the underbrush coming from behind you. You turn, and you can see torchlight as there are people moving through the woods towards the clearing around the pyramid. And towards you.
Everyone, hide!
And suddenly, as soon as you say hide, the earth underneath you seems to shudder, and it just crumbles and gapes open beneath your feet, and you start falling and falling amidst the roar of collapsing masonry, and then dust fills the air as the sunlight disappears finally, and the darkness swallows you. Let me move you guys to a new map. And I like it how it was like, 1, I really have to poop. 2, I really hope we don't get trapped in there, guys. And then, bink! There you go.
What is it? Also, for you Yao quiz, I'm using memory. I want to say it was, like, they doth protest too much as we walk through the glade, like, the pollen is, filling our noses, we're all falling asleep. But for some reason, like, Yao quiz entourage is just completely unaffected. And just Yao Kui trying to explain that. Yeah, like, yes, it was good that I fed them the,
it was good that I found the taro root earlier.
Elixir, yes.
For the record, Alistair completely believes that you just have the 4 best operators he's ever seen. Like, they never get tired. They're always alert.
So obedient, eats so little.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, he packed extra rations, and he's just surprised how well we're doing.
That's so awesome. Oh, God.
Oh, this is great.
But, yeah, so
Okay.
I'm actually going to start a timer.
I'd have loved to camp, but it appears that's not really an option. Okay, a quick call-in. Cassius, are you okay?
I'm okay. Better yet, I don't have the shits anymore.
Well, one problem solved. Yakri, are you alright?
I am unharmed, as are my entourage. Do not bother asking them. As I have told you before, they are sworn to silence.
Okay, but Sergio has been giving me a weird look. Sergio, are you alright? Just nod if you're okay, Sergio.
I think that fall really knocked the wind out of him.
Well, okay.
Sergio is
Yakui,
fine.
check on Sergio, make sure he's breathing okay.
So
I think
it is pitch black here. The only thing you can feel underneath you is just rubble and like refuse, and underneath that you feel some sort of marble. And it's a wonder that you're not actually buried, because you can feel like a portion of your feet may be buried. You may even have to unearth one of those skeletons, but yeah. Otherwise, you are down there, guys.
For those of us who have dark vision, what do we see?
Oh, you have dark vision. Okay. Do all of you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay.
Yaokui does not, but the skeletons do, for what it's worth.
Well, then they can see fine.
Yeah, Yaokui says, Sergio, bring me a torch.
He lights a torch and he hands it to you. And when he hands it to you, this is when you start noticing that there appears to be something in the air, something that prohibits the light from the torch from traveling very far. It travels about half the range it was. It looks like there's some sort of amber fog or dust or something in the air that is irritating your throat. It's kind of making it itchy. You kind of find yourself coughing a little bit. But otherwise, it's just a long, narrow chamber running east to west. In the very center of this apartment, there's a domed shape on the floor. Now, on the east wall is a blank... Sorry, this is a lot of exposition. On the east wall... Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that left is north. For some reason, they oriented this thing in a weird way. So, left
I'm
is
writing
north...
that in my notebook. Left is north.
Yes, when I say east wall, I mean up, right? So in the east wall is a blank-faced stone door. In the west end of the room is blocked by fallen stone and rubble, apparently the result of the collapse. The two side walls appear to have several niches cut into them. Is it niches or niches?
I would say
Niche.
I always say niche.
Nietzsche, yeah.
So, Frederick Nietzsche. The
Yes, there you go.
shape in the center of the chamber appears to be a small alcove, protected by a half dome with an open end facing towards the door in the east wall. Now, the alcove is set in a recessed, kind of shallow tiled well, about 1 foot deep, 10 feet wide. Now, the alcove itself, however, is 4 feet high. And the recess contains some sort of display with like little miniature figures. The display appears to be a diorama depicting a hunting party of Mastican warriors in feathers and deer-hide garments in a mountainside scene. And then some of them have pulled down a stag with the aid of a dog, and another group is cleaning a small mule deer, and the others have cornered a panther with their spears. A scout watches the panther from an outcropping above, and he holds a little metal staff with a loop in its end that looks like a shepherd's crook. And I can actually show you real quick what that looks like. This way you get kind of an idea of the kind of miniatures I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
They're very like Indiana Jones, and that's an example of the scout miniature. But there's 3 niches on both the northern and the southern walls, and they're about 5 feet wide and 3 feet high, like 3 feet off the floor. Now, each niche contains its own diorama depicting some sort of aspect of tribal life. And there's 6-inch tall figures in all of the displays, and they're made of stucco, which is kind of like... I mean, I'm sure you guys know what stucco is. It's like a moldable early concrete. They're realistic and brightly painted, and the scenes portrayed represent like fishing, farming, religion, warfare, the creation story, and crafting. Those are the 6 things they depict. Those are 6 niches. A cave-in completely blocks the west end of the chamber. That's the one that you guys kind of pulled yourself off the floors in. At short intervals, small amounts of rubble and dirt come spilling into the room. Several large stones appears to have wedged themselves tightly, closing the collapse.
Right. Yaupi, with torch in hand, is going to find a bit of rubble to stand on that seems pretty stable. Kind of get a elevated position and say, all right, no one panic. That was unexpected, but everyone is unharmed. We have our supplies. We have our plan, and we have our wits about. We are exact. If anything, this merely puts us ahead of schedule.
Yay! That's optimistic.
And
That's
Yopi
perfectly
is
fine.
just gonna try and spend. See, this is the issue with staying in character, because then you have to be like, and now I cast blah.
That's
Yopi
okay.
is just gonna spend the next few minutes shoring up everyone's resolve, getting everyone ready for the challenges ahead, and everyone gets 7 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Everyone feels reinvigorated as the magics from Yayakui's hands permeate the air.
Even magic, Yopi is just a really good speaker.
Fair enough.
That's how many? 7? 17? 7.
Yep.
Added that. There we go.
So there are 7 total places with the dioramas, right? The center display, the 3 on the left, the 3 on the right. If you want to investigate one, just let me know which one. You can actually freely walk around this room, and I will kind of just describe things as you guys want to see them. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Alistair's pulling out his shield and his warhammer, kind of touches the warhammer to the shield and says a small prayer, and the end of it lights up with the light spell.
Nice.
Okay.
You find that even though it's divine light, even though it's divine light, it still has difficulty penetrating the dust.
No worries.
Sorry.
I will take a central location, and
I'll go and check this out.
begin seeing if I can detect any magics currently affecting this area.
Okay. Is that a roll?
Yeah, nope. They just sit down, open up their book, and begin. You cast it over the course of 10 minutes and 6 seconds precisely. The spell detect magic.
It's 10 minutes to cast, you say?
Yep.
Okay. Well, while you're casting, then I'm going to give them an opportunity to investigate. Alistair and
Perfectly
Cassius.
alright.
Let's just move in my character sheet there. Alright, so where was the little statue with his hand out is? That was that over here?
With his hand out? Which one do you mean?
The first handout versus where it's the little statue with the dagger and
that's the one in the middle. That's the one with the 12 warriors and they're like on some sort of hunt or something. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm wrong. Wow. Where did it go? It vanished. It said on the center alcove. Yeah, it is the centered alcove. Yeah.
Okay, that's the center one. Okay, so skulking about. I'm just gonna check these here doorways over in the south wall here. Was this a door? Or was this just like an alcove that's just emptied out?
That's an alcove.
What was this again?
Those are little niches that dioramas in them.
Dioramas. Yeah. Well, here I'm just gonna move ahead a little bit. Would it make sense for me to roll for like sneakiness just to make sure I don't trigger something, or shall I just roll for like traps on this here pillar
if you would like
thing?
Up to you. You can roll whatever you like, whenever you like, and I will tell you the rule.
Okay, I'm just gonna check this thing here. Anything that's just out in the middle of any room never spells good for anybody. So this will be this here, and then I guess So this would be investigation, I guess, to check for traps.
Be perception, actually.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah, investigation is if you know something's
Plus-
there and you're trying to divine details about it.
Okay. I'm just gonna get a general perception on this thing, see if there's any traps or anything. If I like, and it's gonna trigger something. Let's see. I did not see anything. Oh, click and drag to roll the dice. Let's see.
Yep, you can just click it and it'll drop it directly into the 20. You go over it, you start looking over all the details, you look where you would hide traps, and everything appears to be completely trap free.
Ooh. Well, there's the one time in my life that I've seen something in the middle of a room and it's not trapped. I'm gonna take a look at the little statue with the shepherd's crook and the dagger, and see if like anything can like be moved around like a little doll.
Yeah, they're all movable.
Should I roll perception on that or?
If you want to, dog. No. I'll tell you what. You already rolled for that whole area.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about all that.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just hold on to this thing then. This thing, you know, it's here for a reason. Might as well have it on us. It's like a little mascot.
In fact, I'll say that your 20 perception was good enough to kind of do a cursory glance of the entire room and to warrant that there's nothing really in the room that's a threat to you as far as traps are concerned.
Woo! All right. Well, I guess with that, I'm taking this thing as a mascot. This is our new friend, and now I'm just gonna move around, just look and see what's going on here.
Okay.
What's going on here?
The door?
That's a door.
Yeah.
I found the door.
The one on the very top one is the door. The door is carved with like a sun symbol and it appears to open into the room. And there are hinges on the sides and like little scratches in the floor that help you figure that out. And there's no visible lock or handle on it, although there is a slight gap that stretches across the top of the door. 8 holes seem to have been bored into the door, and they are about 1 inch in diameter. Nothing can be seen in them. The door seems to be fairly thick. The lintel is arched with a keystone at the top.
So. Well, this looks like something's meant to. This is a door. I've seen many doors. I've never seen this kind of door. I guess I'll just roll perception, see if there's anything I can do
Sure.
to make this door open. And then try to push the door. I push the door. Does it open, or I pull the door? I've seen doors that pull and push. You never know.
Yeah, go ahead and if you want to try to do that, go ahead and roll like a strength check. Athletics will work.
Athletics. Alright. Let's see. I should probably just copy and just roll. So that's athletics. +3. You could just. That's neither way.
Yeah, you pull and tug, and it is firm. It would appear to you as a thief, like you've pulled on enough doors to know that it is probably locked not only in the middle but also at the top, maybe the bottom of the doors. Like there's secondary locks on this thing.
Oh, there's a dice thing on the left thing here. This door is locked, as per usual. What can I do? What can I do here?
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
while
what
he
does
said
Les
one
want
with
to
the
do?
door, I'll check out the niche.
Okay, cool. Which one? The one you're in front of?
Here, bring.
Right, the one where I'm at, and work my way clockwise from there.
Okay. That one's a river scene. There's like a dozen dolls of, looks like commoners gathering fish with nets and carving things in the earth. The one above that is 12 commoners engaged in like farming, planting maize and harvesting wheat. And then there's 5 warriors standing guard and some sort of priest in a bird costume blessing the fields that the farmers are working on. The one above that, kind of closest to Cassius on the left side, it displays a temple on a pier pyramid. There's 7 commoners bringing small offerings of gold and jade. And before the temple stands some sort of cultist or priest holding a boa constrictor. And around him there are 3 more warriors. One is dressed as a winged serpent holding a spear. Another is dressed like a bear with razor claws. And then there is a third one that looks like it's a coyote holding a torch. There's also several stone statues of gods and stuff, and little bits of gold and jade around the whole display.
How many warriors did you say was on the bottom and in the middle one?
The bottom and the middle. So in one, there's no warriors, just commoners. The middle one is 5 warriors and a priest.
And then the top is how much?
And then the top was 3 warriors.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's any
outfits.
significance to the numbers here.
Could be.
Okay.
If you want to roll some sort of check, I can help you shine a little bit more light on it.
Yeah. I don't know what would apply. Investigation
clockwise?
or... Yeah, what would apply here? Investigation or history? I don't know.
Investigation can be used for like Sherlock Holmes kind
Yeah,
of.
I'll give you that. Yeah, sure. Investigation sounds good.
Yeah. Go with that shitty one.
Meanwhile, almost 10 minutes has elapsed for Yayakwi.
Oh, joy.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm keeping track,
Very
baby.
investigative. Cool, so it looks like a bunch of fucking dolls. Got it.
Yeah, dude, totally fucking dolls. They're just dolls, dude. Who cares? Right? Meanwhile, Yayakwi, you finish casting your spell, and your eyes illuminate briefly. And you start looking around the room, and your senses are kind of pulling you in every direction. It would appear as though this entire place is magic. The dolls have magic. The floor has magic. The diorama in the center has magic. The door, not so much. The walls, not so much. The ceiling, not so much. But the floor and the dolls definitely have magic. And they permeate with transmutation magic.
Oh, good. Transmutation magic. The ellipsis of magical schools. Well, I have good news and I have bad news.
let's hear the bad news first. At least I'm not disappointed.
The good news is, I have completed this spell, and I am aware of the magic in this room. The bad news is, the magic in this room is very dispersed. I would expect some sort of a magic key to have a signature similar to the door, but it seems like the door does not have any magic on it. It must be entirely mechanical. I'm going to try and identify the specifics of this magic.
What do you mean by magic disperse?
Well, normally magic is contained within a singular effect, or within a singular item or fetish. For example, you could place magic into a sword or into a scroll. However, there is nothing so convenient or straightforward in this room. It appears to be some manner of a trap or entire ward over this area. I will do what I can to discern it. In the meantime, let me see. You said there was a diorama of the creation myth, correct?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I assume this is like the Mazdakin creation myth of
Exactly.
And just let me know if I'm putting in way too much information.
It's
like
niche
I'm
E
assuming my character
over here.
knows this because they're native.
Over here's the creation myth.
Yeah.
That one shows the creation of the world. There's all statuettes which are kind of stylized non-human figures, not like abominations or anything. But there's like a god adorned with green quetzal feathers, mixing ashes with blood to form sculptures of a man and a woman. And then there are 4 towering figures painted red, black, blue, and white, standing around like a fire, all committing suicide with their daggers. There's 2 smaller figures that are ringed by the 4. There is a modest, air quote, pimply one being consumed by the fire, while it says, while the braggart Lord of Snails cowers in fear, or John Snailnose, as he's called.
Does Yaokwi recognize any kind of symbolism or deity that might be associated with the sun?
The god in the green quetzal feathers might be, but he's not really. He doesn't have any sun symbology on him. Any sun symbolism, I should say. Let me step away 2 seconds, guys, while y'all are thinking it through. Give me just 2 seconds. I gotta stand up for a minute.
Gotcha.
Here, Kiki, take a look at this here. Take a look at our mascot. See if there's any magic on this little shake.
I have told you not to call me that. My name is Yaokwi. But yeah, Yaokwi takes it into their hand, looks it over.
Our little buddy have magic.
Yes, I believe so. The same magic that appears to be permeating the other figures involved.
Oh, well, look at you, our little mascot special.
If you can give me more time, I can delve deeper into this situation.
As he's looking it over, can I like move the arms up and down like, please help, please look into me.
What? What did I miss? Jeez.
Just to creep him out.
Yeah, I went up to Yayakui and I'm like, yeah, take a look at our little mascot. See if there's any magic on this little thing. And he says, oh yeah, there might be some magic in it. And if you give me some time, I can look over. And I go, I'm gonna move the arms up and down like, oh yes, please, look me over. See if I have any magic. I don't know why he's German, but that's the voice I'm going with it.
Maybe it's the tiny mustache that gives it away.
Yeah.
So Yaokwi is going to take the figurine in hand and
Which figurine did you pick up?
reach into their pouch and pull out a small, very valuable pearl. Kind of knead it through their fingers. Sit down, open their book.
Sure.
Start ritually casting Identify for the next 10 minutes.
Sure. Which figure did you pick up?
The little idol with the shepherd's crook and the little idol with the shepherd's crook and the dagger.
Okay, cool. It surprises you when you pick them up to find out that the crook and the dagger are separate pieces.
Oh,
So, yeah.
look, it's a little action figure. How cute!
I feel like you're partially Irish. Irish? What does the identify spell do, by the way? Kwee?
Let me throw it into the chat for you.
Okay.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's gonna be the voice for Cassius all this game. And now I've realized I've got to keep on with this accent for possibly 3 hours.
Wow. Cool. That is very handy. I will give you a cryptic answer. Okay?
Okay.
And that is, the magic seems to be polarized in this room. It's transmutation magic, sure, but it would almost appear as if the dolls are the positive end of the spell and the floor is the negative end of the spell.
Guys, I've got an intelligence of 9.
Yaoku is gonna look on the ground and see if there's any kind of just gonna try and think of if there's any way of arraying these figurines on the floor.
Well, it says you learn its properties and how to use them. So, I mean, maybe I should just tell you what it does. What do you think? I mean, I don't know. Okay, fine, fuck it. So this doll, you will wager if you place it on the floor will turn into what it represents.
Ooh, you're gonna play with them now.
Yaokui kind of looks it over. Says, I have an idea. First of all, no one place any of the dolls on the floor. There is a risk of the dolls becoming whatever they represent. Go over to wherever we pick this one up, put it back, and look over to see if there's anyone that seemed like might be a key, or at the very least be mundane and not really a danger to us if we summon them.
There were commodores back here.
Actually, that might be useful. Actually, take the shepherd. Remove the knife from their hand.
I'm taking the little fixins on the totem thing, and I'm just gonna have them in my hand, just looking around,
Okay,
seeing
cool.
if like
Yeah, you take
anything on the walls.
you take the crook, you take the dagger.
Yeah.
And place the shepherd on the ground.
Okay.
You're telling me to put the shepherd on the ground? You literally just told me not to do that.
Do not do it until I say it is safe. The shepherd is likely not to be too dangerous.
All right, I'm going off of you here.
Whew.
Everyone be prepared. Entourage. Bows at the ready.
All right. Now,
All I've got are swords. I just stab things.
Now the thing I'm gonna drop here has the wrong name on it. But whatever.
I'm just looking around and that these niches, seeing if I could
All
could
of a sudden,
recognize the shepherd's crook around.
it starts
hello.
vibrating, and then it turns into a massive Mastican kind of citizen, but he looks like he's of an ancient culture, and he is wearing like a grass skirt with a fancy headdress, and he kind of reaches throughout his person for items, and he says something in Mastican, which I think Yayaku is the only one who knows. He's saying, what is
Yep.
this? What is this?
It appears you are the subject of some sort of magic in this temple. Tell me, what is your name? I am Yayaukui, and these are my companions. Cassius, Alista, Ironlung, and those four do not matter. Do not bother them.
He says, my name, and then he lunges at you. Roll for
What?
initiative.
Hold on there.
I'm gonna go ahead and shield against that.
You gonna what?
Bada boom.
Ah, reaction. Wonderful. He
Oh boy.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, he attacked at a plus
I've got-
4, so he attacked with an 18, and your AC is 15, but with that reaction brings it up to 20. So he would have hit you. He swung at your face, not with a sword. He swung with his fists. But he swung at your face, and then just you could see his fist and the fist bones like fold against the shield, the invisible shield in the air, and he stumbles back, going ah. And roll for initiative.
I've got a 12 for initiative.
17.
Oh, shoot.
4. And 4. Wonderful. So he's going to get a chance to go again. How long does that last again? 1 round? Okay.
Until Yayauqui's.
Until Yayaukui what? It says until the start of your next turn. Okay, cool. So, he kind of looks around frantically. Once he sees it's fruitless, he turns and he swings at Cassius, who is the kind of closest person. So let me roll up for him again. Oh, come on. Oh, 12. All right, we got a 12. Does a 12 hit? Does not look like it does. A 13 would hit, but yeah, he swings his fist high. You're able to duck no problem or nimbly back out of the way like, who the fuck is this guy?
You fuck.
And then he's going to swing again. Oh, no, I already rolled for that. Sorry. And then he rolled a 20 on the second one. Which, does that hit, I imagine?
Well, that hits me.
Okay. He hits you for 3 damage as his fist connects with your jaw.
Enter a new value into the box or enter a modification, so that'd be a -5.
Next, it is going to be Cassius's turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, you're done fucked up now, boyo. So now I'm gonna roll. Where is that? Is
Did Yayakui roll in it?
Yeah, he
Yes,
rolled a 4.
They got a 4 as well.
alright, let's see. That's an 11.
An 11. Da-da-da-da. Does not hit. Yeah, unfortunately, you're. What are you rolling with?
It's a D20 5 for my attack. And that was
For what weapon? Sorry, you're
with
breaking up
my-
a little bit.
Ups.
Looks like a rapier. I can't actually hear you right now. I wonder if it's my
Hmm.
Discord. Am I the only one?
I can hear.
You can hear me.
Yeah, it's showing I'm. Well, it shows I was orange. Now I'm back to green. Let me just exit and come back in real quick.
Alright.
All right.
Okay, so I
There
can
we
just
go.
click on the.
Wonderful.
It'll just roll for me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I see. I'm getting. It's fluctuating between green and red here for connection.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's.
All right. So you rolled a 21.
No. That I rolled originally an 11, and I was just tinkering with. I clicked on the rapier just to see what that.
Oh, okay. Well, I can honor that damage if you want to keep that, or I'll let you re-roll if you want.
Oh, I don't know if I don't even know if I hit. I rolled an 11. If that hit.
No, unfortunately, the rapier it does not. Like you slash at him, but he's wearing some sort of leather chest piece that it kind of glances off of. So, unfortunately, not. But then it would be either Alistair or Yayakui's turn. They both rolled the same initiative. So, who has the higher dex?
Yayokui has 14.
For
Okay. Yayokui is going to move over here. They're going to wave their staff about, speak some words, and splash this person with acid.
Jeez. All right. Oh, they have to roll. Okay. This is going to be a fun one. Dex check. 19. So I imagine it's like a half damage thing, or how does that work?
With acid, more than likely.
Okay.
Because it's a cantrip, it's it's safe for full. They help us. Archers, and the skeletons all ready their short bows and on this person. Bada boom. Oh, hang on. Bada boom. Not sure.
Whew. Wow. Okay. So one of them hits, the one with the 6 hits. So yikes. Okay, cool. So a bunch of arrows fly by you guys as you're ducking like crazy to avoid getting murdered. But he does take 6 damage, so let's see, -6. Okay, perfect. So,
Can we please say it was Sergio that hit?
yeah, we're gonna say it was Sergio that hit him.
Nice.
All right, Alistair's turn.
Okay. It feels like diplomacy is just kind of free. You sure you don't want to talk about this?
As he's like bringing the warhammer down, like obviously. But
Oh boy, so 17 for sure hits, and that's 7, 8, 9, 10.
and that's
And-
that's only 3 damage, as if it crit.
Oh, that's if it crits. Oh, okay. So what's your?
It did not. It would have been if I had advantage.
Okay, so what's your strength then? It doesn't take that into account? I would have thought it would.
Oh, it's a +2, but I rolled a 1 on my
Oh,
damage,
fuck
so
you.
it's just.
Oh, bummer, dude. Okay, cool. So -3. That's still pretty good. How does the blow land on him?
I just had a couple of arrows coming at us, so like he just had the shield up, like so it's like clink, 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 little arrows like tinking off of it, and then he just comes with like a uppercut, you know.
Tiger
Catching this guy.
uppercut.
Yeah, exactly. just knocking this guy in the chin.
Awesome. Yeah, no, you definitely draw blood, and you see a couple of teeth fly out, and he swears in Mastican, and then turns back, and this time strikes at Alistair. But he's like trying to play to both Alistair and Cassius, kind of like backing away and as he attacks and everything. And then he swings again for a 13 towards Alistair this time, which definitely does not hit. And then he kind of ducks from one of your attacks, and this time he throws a flying knee into your chest. He hits for 23, and then we're going to go ahead and roll damage for him here. Oops. For 4 damage, right to your solar plexus. If you weren't out of breath earlier, you are now. Next is Cassius.
This was for who? Me or Alistair?
That was for Alistair. Alistair took that damage.
Holy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Cassius,
I mean, we
is
still
your
have
turn, though.
those temporary hit points.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking sick-ass combat with tribal warriors. I'm talking the deadliest dungeon you've ever seen. The only reason I did that is because this feels pretty anticlimactic. I wish you'd just kill him already. If I'm being honest. There's all kinds of killer shit in this thing. Cassius, you're up, bud.
Antonio, you're cutting up from a picture.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I missed most.
I'm just gonna say fuck it, I'm gonna stop streaming. Okay, I'm hoping that will help the connection issue.
Probably. I'm still going on.
Everyone at a.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Alright, I had to disconnect and reconnect yet again. Son of a bitch. What were you saying, Cassius? I'm so sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was just talking shit. So it's my go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or no?
Definitely. Every time I say
so-
yes, it seems to get cut. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. You should check the sensitivity of the mic then at that point. See if like just lower it a touch, because for some reason it just doesn't pick you up.
No, it's actually showing that I just have no connection right now. Like my internet. I'm in rural Indiana, so this isn't a very uncommon thing.
Oh boy. All right. So now I'm pissed off because now he's Tiger. Well, no, he got Tiger up again, but he took he gave a knee to my friend Alistair there. So I'm gonna stab at him in the back with my rapier. No, that's damage. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to roll.
I will give you advantage on this roll because he's facing away from you and towards Alistair.
Ooh! Oh, you son of a bitch! You're going down. So that's 1, and then so that's 12.
Neither of them hit, unfortunately.
Fantastic! I'm on a roll, gents.
I'm so sorry.
I'm getting my dance moves in. Don't mind me.
All right, and then it will be, I believe it was Yayaqui's turn.
Yakui will try and splash more acid onto this person. Take their staff into both hands, pointing it up in the air.
All right. Wow. Okay. Explain how he dissolves to death, please.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So Yakui, takes their staff in the air, the feathers and kind of the beads off of it jingling, as they go, wow. I'm so sorry. It's a good thing Mazkin is not an actual culture. As a bubble of acid appears, the person is dealing with Cassius behind them, or dealing with Alistair. They turn to deal with Cassius, and before they have time to react, a bubble of acid just hits them in the back of the head, dissolving their scalp and through the skull. Even revealing a little bit of brain as they kind of fall over in shock.
Of course. Wow. Yeah, he is screaming. He screams for a very long time before he just stops moving.
Yaokui would
he's dead.
Yaokui, to stop the screaming, would have taken out their dagger and just slit their throat.
Aw, that's sweet of you. Wait, no, what's the word I'm thinking of? Creepy. That's creepy of you. Yeah, so he's dead.
Yaokui is going to, wipe the blood off the dagger on their clothing and say, "Well, that was ill-advised."
See, this is why I didn't want to put the damn statue on the floor.
But now we just have to look for one with keys, or a key-like device, and put them on the ground and murder them instantly, right?
Wait a moment. Cassius, do you still have those? Do you still have the short sword and the?
Oh, you mean the dagger in this little hook thing? Yeah, I kept that in my pocket because it looked quite cute. I'm not gonna lie. I like playing them around with an action figure. Now it's actually quite sad.
Try placing the shepherd's crook on the ground.
All right, I put the shepherd's crook on the ground.
It does nothing.
Well, that did a whole lot of shit.
Well, shoot. It seems that if we everyone search the alcoves, find a figurine with something that seems to fit in the alcove above the door.
Alcove above the door.
Roughly the alcove above the door is roughly like a key-sized hole that you're seeing.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna try putting the dagger in first and see if that does anything.
The dagger doesn't fit in all the way.
Oh yeah.
It does not fit in all the way.
Yep, all the way. Nothing.
Nothing.
Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna try to put the shepherd's crook in it. See if that does it. I doubt it.
It fits perfectly. Did you catch that? Or am I breaking up again?
Yes, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits perfectly. The shepherd's crook fits perfectly in the hole. And then it turns and you hear a loud clunk, 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 clunk.
Oh, shite. I think I did something again. I'm running away after that.
What the?
That's a good idea because you're going to go ahead and take take a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shite. Alright, so that's Dex saving throw. Oh, that's perfect. I can just roll. I can keep D20 plus 5 all day. Because everything's always plus 5. Oh, that's a 21.
All right, wonderful. Nothing happens.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say if I dodge something, I want to do a Michael Jackson's moonwalk out of the way. Like, nope, you're not touching me today.
All right. Yeah. No. The now I got to reveal a little bit more for you guys. Give me one
Ooh, would you look at that? Oh, hello, lovely.
Would have been a key.
Oh, well, there you go.
I suppose it makes sense. Agriculture under the sun.
I'm just gonna scout up a little bit, just
Okay,
get a
wait.
little peek around the corner.
Cassius, just hold on a minute, buddy. Just take a second.
Yes,
Take a knee. Just come here.
yes, I'm coming.
Now I got a question. Can you guys see anything in the hallway?
No.
No.
Like looking ahead, can you see anything that looks like
No.
maybe you shouldn't be able to see it? Okay, good.
That's
Not like it's a trap. I'm not saying it's a trap, but I'm not saying it's not a trap.
well, shite.
Our Lord Tempest, who art in heaven, guide us with thy divine sword. Lead my friend Cassius not into terrible traps that dissolve his skin and leave him penniless, but guide him to victory and joy. May your
Yeah.
shining sword ever point him in the right direction.
Ah, yes,
On
hallelujah.
the forehead.
Oh, thank you very much, hallelujah, Merry Christmas and peanut butter. Let's go.
I just drew another
Alright.
plot twist card for that room, and apparently that dagger you plucked is far more valuable than it appears. Looking closer, it appears to be made of pure obsidian, which looks like you can sell it for quite a bit of money.
Ooh, I'm gonna keep a hold of the dagger, just in case we come up with another keyhole. Just in case. It's good to have it.
Absolutely.
Alright, so I'm gonna go around the corner, I'm just gonna peek my head around the corner, see if I could spot anything.
Okay.
Yo, please
The stone walls of this corridor are carved to resemble a stack of bamboo-like logs. The passage
Ooh.
slopes down from a single door on its western leg, the lintel of which has been crafted to represent a stylized cavern entrance. It leads to double doors of beaten bronze, worked to resemble a forest of seaweed.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll a perception to see if I can see anything in this hallway here. Let's see. Oh, that's a 10.
That's a
It
10.
looks like my shoes are untied a little bit.
By the way, you guys have been in this cavern for at least an hour now, which is not great for you. Let's get some... what do we call them? Oh no, you don't
Constitution
actually.
save.
Sorry, you don't actually get to roll. Sorry, you take 5 damage. Everyone
Oh,
take 5
great.
damage. As
Great.
5 damage.
the effect of the scaled harder, dog, and not by much either, because the default is a d6. Anyway. So everyone takes 5 damage as the whatever the effects of the air are starting to get to you. You're starting to notice that you're feeling cramps in your chest and that sort of thing.
I don't think
Does this
being
apply
in
to the non-breathing skeletons as well? I don't know.
Yeah, they pretend to cough.
I don't think we should be in here any longer, Jen. So let's try to carry on smartly.
Okay, Cassius. Oh, Lord, lead the way.
All right. With the perception of 10, what do I see with my tiefling eyes?
You your passive perception is higher, so we'll just say that that's what you rolled. But there does not appear to be anything in this room. There appears to be very clever stonework to make everything look like bamboo and seaweed and such, but not really much else.
All right. Well, there's a lovely atmosphere. It's very feng shui in this hallway, but I'm still terrified that there's traps. So I'm just gonna skulk on over by, feel the walls, see if there's any like traps along the way. Just making note of anything that's going around.
Yep, you feel
It's
all
gonna be
the
on this
walls.
corner.
Nothing quite jumps out at you, either literally or figuratively, and everything appears to be on the level. I mean, it's a very creepy hallway to be sure, but your dark vision helps with that.
It's very, very creepy. Not for the faint of heart. You might want to tell your friends that before they come in here. I don't want them shambling about and pissing their pants. I've already shat myself. I don't need piss.
And
You
you
guys are-
actually drilled yourself. Is that what you were telling me?
Now
Well,
you
yes,
all
I told
notice.
you I couldn't.
Now
I
you all
couldn't
notice
shit.
that the smell in the air is not only the gas, but
Come,
it is
come
also.
over here. Come over here. Yaokri is going to, wave
Whoops.
their staff in the air and cast prestidigitation. They are now clean, dry, and preferably with a fresh scent.
Oh, that's cool.
Great. I smell like new leather. My favorite.
That is
Just
the-
like Ma used to make.
Yes, no, try to find a Kona next time.
That will actually be of help. I get stage fright rather easy.
Out of
It is not a
curiosity, did you-
performance. It is not a stage fright.
You were saying something.
were you so free about your bowel movements in prison? I'm just trying to track why.
Well, in prison, the problem is everybody's trying to get in your cornhole. But if you've got shite all over yourself, they're not as privy as to get into your privies, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and start a policy called TMI, too much information. And we're going to go ahead and file this one right into GMI zone.
That's fine. Right in the vault it goes. Just like all.
What are these things right here, Antonio?
They're stylized architecture to make it look like bamboo.
Okay, well, I'm just going to carry on forward. Is this another door?
It is. It's a door of beaten bronze made to look like a forest of seaweed.
Ooh, it looks like a bunch of seaweed in here.
Yaokri is going to take a run and jump and leap over this gap.
Stop. Right there.
Oh yes, bamboo.
Stop
Totally
right there.
not spikes in the ground.
Nope. Stop right there. The weight of both Yayakwi and Altair together on that spot.
Altair?
What did I say?
Altair.
Alistair.
Oh
Triggers,
shit, we've got a master assassin with us. We're fine.
triggers something. Let's get some dex checks from both of you. Cassius is
Oh
fine.
shite.
It would appear as though your rogue didn't do his job, unfortunately. Now, Yayakwi, being the nimble bastard he is, I guess does like a back handspring or something. But unfortunately, Alistair is going to be taking some damage here. Give me just 2 seconds. I just gotta figure out the damage. Okay. Okay, now remind me, if you save, do you take half damage?
With a save in 5e, it's usually yeah, half damage.
It depends on the specific effect. Normally, it'll say in the description.
This effect is getting hit by a big ass piece of brick. So I imagine
Oh.
that's.
There's a half.
I
I don't think
think
there's a half damage. I think it's
Yeah.
either you if you make it, you're fine. If you don't, then
Okay. Well, a big ass brick hits Alistair in the
Jesus
in the
Christ.
it knocks him down for 9 damage.
holy shit! I turn around.
Yeah. By the
no,
way,
that was terrible.
now the only downside is let me reveal something now for you guys.
Holy shit.
It would appear as though the trap has completely isolated the skeletons from the rest of the group. So let me. Yep.
For the
Nope.
love of.
See, those little doors swing shut, and they do not move when you push on them. But it's up to you if you want to keep trying or whatever. I mean, it's not like you're on a time crunch.
Does anyone have a crowbar? Does anyone have a crowbar?
Okay.
I actually
just
do.
got hit by a fucking piece of brick. Is a crowbar important right now?
We are missing half of our crew.
Wait, Sergio! Sergio, no! No!
Scrambling at the wall.
He says,
Exactly. Yeah, I've got a crowbar that you can use here.
All right, Alistair, Cassius, you seem to be the stronger of us.
I seem stronger of us.
Actually, I suppose which of us seems stronger? Yaqui doesn't really wear shirts. You
Probably-
can pretty clearly see what they're packing.
Probably me. I mean, I'm a fucking dwarf robot. I'm short. I'm wearing splint mails. The next closest thing to plate.
I've got a strength of 11. So that's a 0.
I've got this.
Yaqui's gonna command the. Shoot, what did they have on them?
the
That
valets.
exploded.
You're going to command the
They're
valets.
They're gonna order their assistants to try and pry it open from this side, as Alistar and with a help action from Yaqui, attempt to push it open, or pry
Okay,
it open with the crowbar.
First, you two fools move back. Okay, just move back.
I'll just stand back and watch.
Can you see through the skeleton's eyes?
They cannot. They just yelled and assumed the skeletons could hear them.
You hear
I'm
clackety
gonna go ahead and cast
fingers.
guidance on myself, which is gonna drop it from Cassius.
Okay. You hear clackety fingers against stone, but I'm not going to waste your time here. This is unmovable at this point. There's only a 6-inch gap. The trigger is a
bad news.
chain effect that pries stone into place. So there's not a way to move it back.
Yeah. This isn't happening. I tried. Sergio, could you hear me? Just stay safe. Okay, good. Listen, try not to breathe too much. I feel like this air is tainted. We're coming back from Sergio. We're coming back.
Actually, if we are not back within 24 hours, do not worry. It is in their contracts. We are meant to. They were sworn to self-sacrifice. They knew the risks. Let us move forward.
Travis, you're fucking killing me, dude. Oh my
Alistair
god.
gives one longing look and then just starts moving forward, I guess.
All
Well,
right.
shite, that's my bad.
It looks like there's a keyhole in this door.
Alright, I'm gonna try the dagger with this one, see what happens. Hopefully I don't get Goonie's arm
Nothing.
gripped into this thing.
Nothing. But you push it and it's not locked.
Oh,
I'm just being an asshole.
it's not locked. Well, let's carry on then, shall we? I push the door open a peek, just to, like, Misfits Rudy, poke my head in just to see if there's anything else going on inside.
Boop. There's a 10-foot
Ooh.
That is
crayfish.
a large squid.
That's a crayfish.
That is a large crustacean. Is it hostile immediately?
Well, you're just peeking through the door right now.
No.
Alright, well, I'm guessing all of this around here is water.
No. Hold on. Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm still unveiling the room. Once I get all that, I'll read the description.
Go for it.
All right, got it. Cool. So I'm gonna get on my narrator voice. You ready?
Go for it.
This room is constructed of large stone blocks, buttressed in the corners. The walls are wet and slimy, and the mud covers most of the floor in a thin coating. To the east and west may be seen stone doors recessed into the wall, and to the north, a set of stairs leads down. In the center of the chamber sits a large, polished boulder amid a pile of smaller, rounded rocks. The boulder is 5 feet tall and a colored brown with dark streaks and spots. Leaning against it is what appears to be a bamboo staff. In the mud around the base of the boulder is a moving shape, looking like a crayfish. It is facing you and seems to be aware of your presence. Yep. So it is a mud
Hang
floor.
on. And close the door. Close the door.
All right.
I am an idiot. I forgot I can summon acid at will. I'm going to melt these doors. Make sure the crayfish does not attack us.
What?
You're gonna melt these doors in front.
No, melt the doors behind.
It's
block
stone.
surgery.
It's stone. It is very stone.
I don't know. Is it possible to melt stone with this acid?
Not in a single day. I will say yes because it's magical acid. However, it would take you an inordinately long amount of time.
How long is an inordinate amount of time?
Probably a couple days.
Like we're probably still being poisoned while he's doing it.
Yeah,
by
that's
the time.
that's an inordinate amount of time.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I certainly don't want to catch the plague, so for now, we should press on, see if this room won't kill us, and possibly if we finish this room, that door will open and we'll get all your mates back.
Okay, cool. You said there was a giant fish on the other side, something like
You know
that.
what that is, my friend? That's dinner.
Okay, that's fine. I don't like being eaten by fish. Presumably, if there's a fish, that room is just full of water, right?
I would imagine so.
It's a crayfish, gentlemen. Like a little. Well, it would be a mini lobster if it wasn't so large. I wonder if I can pull up a picture for you guys.
I am going off what he said, not what you said, narrator.
Shut
Get out
up.
of my head.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like a mini
so-
lobster.
I'm gonna bless us all because I feel like that's necessary.
I didn't sneeze though.
I'm not gonna go into. You heard the prayer to Tempest. You know, it's very free form. So it's
Yeah.
another one of those.
Yeah, happy Kwanzaa.
Oh,
That's-
Tempest.
Okay,
Who watch
okay.
in
With that
heaven?
having been said, I wish us all the very best of luck. Let's not fuck about with this one, huh? Why don't I just go in and charge, right? You two back me up and let's go
Or-
some crayfish.
Or, because there's mud in the floor, yeah?
Okay, sure, probably.
So, if this mud is anything like mud outside, we're gonna get stuck. So why not? And I'll take out some pitons, whatever the fuck is that? Like that's what
Sure.
you use for. That's
So
what you use to
climbing
like.
things.
It's a climbing thing. Can I like jam that into the wall or into the floor? And get some rope and say, listen, if we get stuck in the mud, at least that way we have a way to pull ourselves out.
Sure, yeah.
Certainly worth trying. You think you could like kind of sneak your way in there?
Alright, let's see.
I can like step out and make a big commotion and like really draw some hate my way. You know what I mean? And then you just
So you'll be the Leroy to my Jenkins. I like this plan. Let's go.
That's-
Go on ahead.
That is correct. Okay. One moment, my Lord Tempest, see me through in this trying hour. Hello, crayfish.
So I'm stepping in.
This is great.
It rushes towards you, but then it stops within like 10 feet of you, like 5-10 feet of you, and it starts like waving its claws at you in a very aggressive manner and speaking like, but like in Mastican.
Translator. Hello.
I think it said something about your mother.
Can Yaokwi hear them from here?
You might have to step a little forward, like within the doorway at least.
Yeah, at the call of the translator, Yaokwi steps forward and says, "What is going on?
It's like
You
What is
start
translating with the giant crayfish?"
You start hearing like a non-humanoid mouth, like muttering words in Mastican that says, "Who is this? Who dares enter the chamber of the Guardian? You had better go. I will have to discharge my sacred duty. Be off with you before I lose my temper."
We are your Yaokwi, at least Ironlung and Cassius. We have been trapped within your temple. Tell me, can you lead us to an exit?
It like clicks. Says like, I cannot decide. But Kalka Kiala may decide.
Who is this Kokak Yala?
Kalka Kiala.
What's he saying?
They are saying
Am I supposed to smash him?
not yet.
Not
yet.
It walks
I have asked
this
them
way.
if they know of a way out. They
It
are
wa-
saying they need to. Someone must pass judgment on us.
It takes.
Like,
It
shouldn't we
takes-
just kill him now so he can't double team us with whoever the other person is?
What is the fleshy one saying? He says.
He says, they are concerned for their safety. As I said, we are trapped.
It
Well,
it
we're
taps,
fine.
It taps with
We're
its
fine.
massive
Our friends in the
claws
back
on
are
the
trapped.
boulder in the middle, and you start noticing movement with the. Sorry, one sec. You start noticing movement with the boulder in the middle, and you start noticing that the bamboo staff isn't actually a bamboo staff. It starts to move as well, and it kind of repositions itself, and you learn that it was like a joint was at the bottom, and it kind of reorients and plants itself in the ground and pushes itself up, and you see that it is actually a giant hermit crab.
Oh, shite.
Yes, and let me go ahead and I'm gonna wake him up. I'm gonna wake up my boy here. He's just my little baby boy named Kalikala, Kiala, whatever.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. He says, like, "Who awakens me?" And then the giant crayfish says, like, "Master, they wish to pass." And he says, "Come forward. My eyes are asleep. I cannot
That
see."
sounds like a trap if I've ever heard one in my life.
But he's only speaking in Mastican, by the way.
Oh, well.
What is it? Could Yayaokui attempt to insight the intention behind come closer?
Sure.
Like, does it sound menacing? Does it sound feeble? How's it sounding to him?
He sounds old, but to know more than that, you'll have to insight it.
Let's see what the dice say.
Let's see what the dice say. I like to imagine like you guys are actually, because that was in character, like on the other side of the door rolling dice to see who has to go in.
What, you've never played Boulder Paper Shears before?
Boulder paper shears. Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's see. Insight 8. You don't know enough about this type of creature to be able to glean any sort of possible behavior from it.
Hey, I cannot tell their intention. I will move forward. I will speak to them as the translator.
Oh, I'm
I'm just gonna go with you because I feel like you might die.
I'm going behind you around here.
Very
No,
well.
stick to the plan, buddy.
Okay.
You disappeared, right? You're not fucking here. So like, hi. Hang on, I gotta do a little looky-loo there.
Hopefully that
Yeah.
will give him enough space to like disappear into some shadows if possible.
Yeah, I
Sure, why
don't.
not?
Fuck it. I get so. All right, so I'm gonna go around here then. I'm gonna roll for stealth
Okay.
to try to see if I can. So what is that? That's hello.
Sure. Take it at a
Hello.
disadvantage though.
I'm
Because
guessing because of the
You're
fucking
also
mud.
slogging
say,
through
can I-
mud. Yeah.
Yeah, if I figured
Can I-
that's about.
Can I give him some aid by doing like these calisthenics and super loud prayers to just draw attention to me and away from him?
Yes. Sure. That'll negate the.
Negate it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Well, that's an 11.
Okay. So you roll an 11. He's the Kalkakyala steps forward and says, "Who enters our chamber?"
I am Yoyokui. These are my companions, Alistair, Ironlung, and Cassius. We wish we have been trapped within your temple. We wish to find the exit, as well as if you have the power, to free our companions behind us, who are stuck behind stone walls.
He says, "Power, I have no power to leave this chamber." He goes, "You may exit through," and he points to the east, which is this one. He says, "You may exit through there, or there," and he points to the west. He goes, "But you may not exit through there," and he points to the stairway in the north.
What leads to the stairway in the north?
He says, "Be careful the things you ask," and he comes to full height, and you see now that he's probably 15 feet tall.
Oh, yeah,
Forgive me.
He goes, "Be gone with you before I forget my decision." And then he kind of lumbers back down to his previous position.
Okay, Alistair looks inquisitively at Yakui. Like, what?
Yaoku says, the giant mud crab claims we can exit through the east or west exits. However, the staircase at the back is off limits.
Okay, what's east or west?
Yaoku is going to say, after exiting through those doors, where do we go to find the exit?
I do not know. I have no knowledge of this place. I was brought here when I was very young.
Ah,
All right. So as I'm hearing nothing but mud speak, I'm just gonna move around, take a look down here, see if there's like peek around the corner, see if I can see through it. Is there a door here?
Yeah, there's absolutely a door there.
Fuck. All right. I'm gonna just investigate it and see if there's any like wires or traps or anything like that on this door.
Go for it.
Or I guess perceive it, rather. Wow, I am just Will Wheaton incarnate.
Yeah, you notice nothing other than that it is a fine craftsmanship, another bronze door.
Well, you've got the door over here. Is it locked?
No, it appears to be open. So, do you guys know any songs or anything? Do you guys want to hang out? I mean,
Yaoku will say,
we can like chill for a while if you're not doing anything.
tell me, if you were brought here for, I prefer conversation. If you were brought here very young, who brought you here?
I have no memory of that. All of my memories are within this room. And he starts walking around the room making grand gestures. I will show you these rocks I found. And then he's like...
As he goes to... He's just gathering rocks. As he's going to gather the rocks, I'm going to open this door just a touch to see if I can peek my head through.
Yeah, you kind of look through and you see what looks like a long hallway that extends further to the west, and then there's like a little short flight of stairs that head down, and it looks like it comes to a wall or a doorway. You can't tell from this range.
Okay, so there's a long corridor there. And then I'm just going to mosey on back. And then just go for this doorway. And perceive this door as well to see if there's any traps.
Hey,
Okay,
Yakui, ask him what's up
No
with
traps.
that
Oh,
poison.
that's a natural 20.
Yep, no traps. You know, your friend sure is acting very suspiciously walking around the room like that.
Yaoku says, it is a matter of their culture. Do not worry. Tell me, why is it that my friends and I are slowly dying to the poison of this temple?
I know nothing of poisons. Did you bring poisons into my temple? He starts reaching his full height again. And the crayfish is just clicking.
Sorry, you cut out halfway through that explanation.
I said he says, "Did you bring poisons into my temple?" and reaches his full height again.
Yokri says, no, I have brought no poison. I have brought no poison. I only bring cures. Takes out the bottles that they have.
He says, "It is not
I-
good that you are here. Perhaps you should move along."
Very, very well. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright. So I rolled a natural 20 plus 3 for perception on this door.
No trippity traps, dog.
Yokri turns to Alistar Ironlung and says, they are getting agitated. It is likely that the goal of this temple is behind those, in the staircase behind them. Which means likely the way out is through one of the exits they have recommended. Though the knowledge of this temple's layout is limited.
So, yeah, let's just pick one and get out of here.
Yes.
I've revealed the doorways for you.
Alright. So, as Yayakwi gets closer and these guys get close to say, well, down the west corridor, there's a hallway, flight of stairs that go down. This way, it looks like a corridor that just goes a sharp left, and I don't know where anything else is.
Well, we fell down.
Real
So we
quick,
should be-
Yakwi, can you just tell them, like, we might be lost and have to double back and pick the other door? So they're not, like, pissed off that we come back?
Perhaps it would be best to inform them of this when I am not within claws range. If we could move forward a bit.
Alright, I'm going through this one here.
Okay. The walls of this corridor are wet and slimy. The stucco covering has become saturated with water and is decomposing and sloughing off in spots in the southern wall, exposing seams of one of the large stone blocks from which this structure was built. And you're
Yokri
through.
from behind the door does inform them yes, if this is not the exit, we may have to double back. Apologize for the inconvenience. Closed door.
Yeah, that's okay. And then the door shuts. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going up here. I'm going to perceive this block in the wall.
Okay.
See if I could discern whether or not it looks trapped or anything that might shoot anything or, fall in or crush us or throw a brick on our heads.
All right, go ahead and roll it up, sir.
Alright, so that would be a... Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's looks like not trapped, at least not on this end, and it's like what do you call it? It's wet lime. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's wet lime, which can be a little caustic, and it's also movable.
Oh. Well, this rock here, this little fucker, this can be moved. I don't know if you want to move it. It might do something very drastic. I went Scottish for a first second there.
It's possible it just, like, floods the whole chamber. So maybe we don't mess with it.
No, it
Perhaps
doesn't.
it's
It
like
doesn't.
a-
You
it's
can
like-
actually see through like their cracks and stuff. Like
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not water coming out of it, but it is a wet corridor, like in general.
Cool. Then I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Anybody helping him?
Yokri is gonna dodge. Gonna prepare themselves for anything coming out.
Yeah, I'm preparing for a dodge.
Okay. So is it just Alistair then pushing, or?
Yeah.
Okay, well go ahead and roll strength, I guess.
Cool. Pop, pop, pop.
By the way, this stone is 6 feet high and 3 feet wide. Just so you know the size. Just
Yeah, that's fine.
what's on your
I was gonna
hands, by
say,
the way?
what is
Strength.
It's probably been more than a minute, huh?
What?
Since we did all that talking and whatnot.
An
More
hour?
than likely.
Probably run out of bless, yeah.
Yes, just checking.
Speaking of which, another hour has elapsed.
Hour?
Yeah, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
a little much.
No, I'm wrong. Sorry. It says hour 19. Sorry. I was looking at it too early.
There
It's
you
only
go.
been 28
20.
minutes since I said that. Yep.
20 total. Holy shit.
athletics. Yeah, you start pushing and pushing and pushing, and then you realize you're not going to be able to do this by yourself. And also, what's on your hands?
What?
What is on your
Monster.
hands? What are you wearing on your hands?
Oh, I mean, I imagine
Monster
my
Jam.
armor has greaves or something.
Greaves,
You
like
know,
metal?
gauntlets. Sure, probably, yeah. It's splint mail. I don't know what that is in real life, but
Okay.
it's splint armor. I imagine it's metal. Yeah, I
Okay.
can look it up.
Yeah, it's like armor banding.
Yeah, you start pushing and pushing and pushing. Absolutely nothing happens, and you get a little bit of lime on your armor.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. This is a bit heavy. Let's put a pin in that. Let's just keep going, I guess. Guess why bother? It's not worth it.
Because why bother? It's not like there's treasure or glory behind that.
I go up and I give it a mighty
Could be.
kick.
It hurts your foot.
Fuck! That hurt.
We must move forward. Anything we discover, I will note down so that we can make a second pass once we have exited the temple.
Great. Well, this looks like it's fucked.
Oh, for the love of...
Okay. That's fine.
Let
we did warn them.
Let me read this one more time. Where was it? Okay. The staircase goes up for only a few steps, then it seems that the rest is filled with clay and stone rubble. Yep, that's what it sounds like.
Let us... I'm going to... Well, actually, I don't even think Yaokwi can see from there just because they don't have dark vision. Cassius, what is the way ahead looking like?
It looks like we're not going this way. That's just in layman's terms.
Is it blocked? Is someone guarding it? What is going on?
No, there's just a lot of stone, and it's blocking. There's a stairwell that goes up, but there's a lot of stone rubble and shite that's blocking our way through. So it looks like we're gonna make do on your promise that we're gonna have to double back.
Everywhere else leads down. Perhaps let us try the stone block again. Alistair, are you willing to put your back in it with my assistance?
Yeah, sure. I mean, why not? I mean, it's made to be pushed.
What is
Please.
everybody's combined strength?
Uh,
What is everybody's strength?
Yaokwi has 8 strength.
I have a 14.
I have an 11.
Okay. Well, good luck, gentlemen. You all have to roll together.
Together.
Yep. I mean,
Great.
if you're rolling, I mean, you don't have to roll. Obviously, you can move on.
Alright. Yaokwi's gonna like press it like this whole place is slimy and disgusting, right?
Yep.
It's alright.
Yaokwi's gonna like press digitation the block where they're gonna put their hands just so they don't get it on them.
No,
push-
I'm
try
sorry.
and
The
push
block
on
is made of lime. They
Did
have to
Alistair,
get it
did
on
you
their
just roll a
hands.
natural 20 on that?
He did on the advantage side.
No, that was the advantage roll. Had I advantage?
Ooh!
So we have a 12, we have a
That's
9,
okay.
and then we're waiting on Cassius.
Alright, so this is just strength. So I've got no modifiers. This is just a d20.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you can do athletics. That makes sense.
Alright, that's this here. That's a 14.
Okay, so 14. You all push simultaneously, and the thing doesn't budge.
Fuck.
Okay,
The,
let's just try the west
Yeah.
doorway down at the other chamber.
What is
Fuck
everyone
it.
wearing on their hands? I know what Alistair's wearing.
Just shake.
Cassius?
Alice is wearing splint mail. I've got, I guess, leather.
Leather? Okay.
I guess it's leather. All I have is leather. I'm like a gimp.
Okay.
I
After
can see why it was.
after a few seconds, your hands start to burn.
Oh, shite!
Go ahead and take 1 damage.
What is going on? Why
My hand-
are you yelling?
This is a little. This is. See, I'm a tiefling. This doesn't bother me much as it would you, but my hands are starting to get a little toasty. I'm guessing
show
that.
me your hands. Show me your hands. What is
Here, Look here. You see the parts where it's like burning? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not. I'm not that hot.
Yep. And then
like not even waiting for them to finish.
Ayakui,
press
what did
vegetation
you?
that
What
cleanses
was
their
on
hands.
your hands, by the way?
Yaokui?
Yeah, you were
They
helping
had bare
push, right?
hands. They were, but they did clean off the block, so they didn't, get anything disgusting on them.
Incorrect. The block itself
You're
is made
saying
of
the
lime.
block itself is made of lime and
Oh,
it's reacting
okay.
with your skin and burning because lime does that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case, yeah, Yaokui's hands are burning as well.
Okay, so you take 1 damage.
Oh, see, you've got it too.
Yeah, and then you cast Prestidigitation, and then all of your hands are clean.
Yay! Fuck,
Okay.
that stung a little bit.
How much damage did we just take?
1 each.
One?
Sorry. Alistair took nothing.
Okay.
So I'll take 1, I guess.
Yep, each of you take 1. Yayaku and
Don't mind
Cassius.
us.
Did you catch the last week's episode of Stranger Things? It doesn't
Alright,
come
let's-
out week to
So,
week, you
giant
idiot.
fish, we are going the other direction. Excuse us.
Yeah.
Just check
Hello,
it out.
hello, Kalkiala. How are you doing? Not even wait for them to respond.
He clicks wildly.
Alright, let's see. What's going on down here?
Alright, there is a doorway that heads south, and then there is another doorway that enters a place that does things too, also.
Ooh.
That was perception for going down the stair in case there's some stupid trap that turns it into a slide of death.
I'm glad
There's
you
something
rolled
horrible
because
like that.
you don't see anything.
Huh. Well, let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on. Alright, is this a door here? Let's just. I'm gonna perceive and see if. Oh, okay.
Nope, too late. I already revealed it. So anyway. Don't worry, I'm not gonna just give it to you. Like, oh yeah, well fuck it, there's no traps, but for
No,
the
that's
sake
fine.
of brevity.
Brevity.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Room. Wow, that's a big ass room. Content wise. Ah, there it is. Okay. This room is wet, and the walls are covered with a slimy white buildup, and there's about 1.5 inches of water and mud blanketing the floor. Many overturned pedestals and pieces of broken statuary lie on the floor, partially buried in the mud. Opposite the entrance of this room is another door. Only one pedestal remains standing in the northwest corner. Northwest being... Bing!
No, that's the wrong side.
Yep, right over here. Yep.
Yep.
So, northwest corner. It sits on a small metallic 3-sided pyramid. Overhead, in the shadow-draped ceiling, are inlaid colored tiles depicting a starry sky and forming strange patterns in the areas above the pedestals.
Alright, you know the language. Can you make sense of any of this fancy history stuff?
Does Yaokui see if Yaokui peeks in?
Yeah, go switch. Go in there.
Do they see any Mazdakan writing or any kind of obvious symbolism that they'd recognize?
Sure. Yeah, I won't even make you roll. The small pyramid that looks like it's made of silver. It looks like, first of all, it looks removable. It's worth noting. But it represents the god of the moon and the lightning, named Apokatekel. Apokatekel?
I can go for a taco.
I could too. Seriously.
Right.
Alright.
Oh, and then there's other kind of statuary and stuff, but it's all kind of divinity type stuff, like different Mazdakan gods, like a coyote or a crab-headed thing, or an alligator-headed thing, or a warrior or a jaguar or whatever.
Alright. I'm gonna throw a ball bearing into the mud just to see if it sinks or swims.
Suddenly the mud attacks the... No, I'm just kidding. No, it's fine.
No.
But, oh, yeah, it is worth mentioning. There is a It looks like over the wall of the western door, it looks like there's a green, kind of dark, wet mass above the door on the wall.
I'm gonna chuck a ball bearing at that.
Yeah, it kind of plunks on it and then plops into the mud.
Well, that's all I could do.
I am going to assume that that pyramid is some manner of treasure. It is representative and has the symbolism of Apoteco,
I've drawn another card.
the Mazdakan god of lightning and the moon. No one touch it unless you want to be electrocuted, presumably. I am assuming.
Presumably.
But
So you're
did
saying
say-
that there's a chance?
You did say treasure, right?
Yes.
I
So
heard
you're-
treasure.
So
Treasure
you're
that can be looted once we are not slowly dying of poison.
Okay, well,
Wait.
I will posit another way to loot it. I have this 10-foot pole. Maybe we just knock it loose of its position.
I'm not sure if you have ever seen lightning from the sky, but it goes a long way. Longer than 10 feet, I am willing to bet.
Let him go. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna be interested.
Yelp
it's a-
is gonna dodge.
It's like a thingy on the pyramid, right? The pedestal.
What is? Oh,
Like,
no.
what part of
The
this is-
the pyramid is
lootable?
on the pedestal.
Okay.
It's like a
and
small
that is the silver
chrome
thing that is
silver-
presumably lootable.
Exactly. It's a small chrome, like silver pyramid that's sitting on a pedestal, but it's like the size of approximately like a basketball.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking knock it off with this 10-foot pole and try and capture it.
Yeah, it flops.
You know, just rake it off the pedestal
yeah,
and see
it
what happens.
flops into the mud and joins the rest of the refuse.
Would you look
It
at that?
looks like
Nothing
it's-
happened. And you get struck by lightning.
It looks like it's
I'm
probably
totally
worth about
taking it.
5 gold. Worth about 5 gold.
Oh,
Cool.
Yep.
So a silver pedestal, eh? Or silver pyramid, I should.
Yep.
Hmm.
And you're also right underneath that.
maybe we have to
slime
put
on
that
the
somewhere
wall.
else.
You know, y'all could roll like
Perhaps.
knowledge checks if you like. I'm just saying.
Sure. What kind of knowledge would you like?
No, it's whatever knowledge you would like, dog.
I'll throw a. Shoot, I'm proficient in history, but this seems pretty religion, so I'm gonna throw out religion.
Okay, cool. You don't get anything more than what I already read you. The Apocatake will. Yeah.
Okay.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go for religion as well.
Nothing. Especially nothing. You know, it has something to do with these dirty jungle dwellers. And you're racist about it.
Huh.
Now you said that there was some sort of like green moss above.
I'm sorry?
Let's see. So
There's like a green mass like hanging above the western door.
yeah,
And
this door over here. I'm gonna perceive it. I'm gonna take a better look at it.
Okay.
That's a 13.
It does not appear to be trapped.
Does not appear to be trapped. All right, there's slime over it.
Yes, there's
Is that a yes or a no?
there's that
Like,
there's
different-
that mass over the top of the door, but it's not like onto the door.
But is it covered in slime? Does it look like it's made out of lime? Does it rhyme with I'm?
No, but the the walls itself do look like they're made of lime.
Don't touch the walls. They will burn you. Now let's see. I'm gonna take a look at the door. Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Oh, would you look at that? This door's not locked. They really want us to get out of here.
Is that green slime above the door and nowhere else?
Yep.
Well, it's a green, like, mass of some sort.
Ah.
I wouldn't say it's slime. It just looks like
It looks like
a
slime.
rock. It is slime.
It is slime.
Huh.
Everyone, move back a bit. I do not trust this slime. It is strangely precariously placed over a high traffic area.
High traffic.
Uh,
I'm gonna poke it with the 10-foot pole, man.
I'm a poke it.
Let's see where that goes.
I'm a poke it.
Yeah. Does it react?
It pokes. It reacts in the way that a sponge reacts when you poke it. In that it scooshes.
Okay, fuck it. I will cast Sacred Flame at it. So...
It
fuck
sizzles
you,
slightly.
Spongy slime.
It sizzles slightly.
Does 10 sacred damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yaoqui's gonna...
It makes the room
gonna
smell a
throw
little weird.
Gonna throw a firebolt at it. Well...
The firebolt also makes it sizzle. Wait, hold on. How does a firebolt work?
I think it's at the.
Like, is it an explosion?
Let's look it up.
You roll an attack against the person or against the target, and then if you hit, you deal the damage.
Okay, so it's just a ranged spell
okay.
attack then.
Is it like a flamethrower though, where you just like, or is it like
No,
you're
it's
shooting?
It's like a
ball.
It's like a motor
yeah.
flame.
Yeah.
The thing I was going to ask is, hitting this thing with the Sacred Flame, did it release more spores, ergo perhaps more toxin into the air?
Does not look like it. But I'm more concerned about this firebolt right now. So what is a firebolt? Like, how does it look in your head, Travis? I'll let you decide how your magic manifests.
Alright, for what it's worth, I don't think they hit because they critically failed.
No.
But,
That's not really why I'm asking.
Okay. I imagine, they raise their staff, pump it into the air a bit, speak the incantations necessary, we point the staff at it, and from, the little face at the end, lights up, and from the mouth, a small ball of fire streaks across the room, hitting into a wall, I guess.
Okay.
Off target.
Okay, cool. Is it like an explosion? Is there a sound with it? Like, how do you...
There's like a but not an explosion.
Okay, that's fair.
Just splashes against the wall and then dissipates.
Okay.
It's a very quick flame.
All right. You stare at the way ahead, knowing that it is quite possibly the only way to proceed.
I
Okay.
don't know.
I can't help but get the feeling this is the only way to proceed.
I don't want to waste too much of our time, but I'm going to try and throw acid at this thing. Just one last try.
Let's see what happens.
See what we can do about this presumed terrible thing.
It sloughs off in large slippery chunks, and they fall into the mud.
Oh, would you look at that? That actually did something.
Yeah, good. Alistair,
Interesting.
do you think you could use the pole to sweep those pieces aside, and we can proceed?
Yeah, that sounds perfectly reasonable. Do exactly that. To swish that shit aside.
It's like a Swiffer.
What is a Swiffer?
I don't know. It's a term that we use in prison when you've just made a mess of yourself, and they just like.
Say
I
again.
don't want to know.
TMI. Remember TMI.
Okay.
Forgive me for
Thank you.
asking.
Okay.
That one is on me.
Let's just say prison is mostly TMI, okay? For the most part.
All right. That's fair enough.
Also, there's like a Captain America shield over here. Anybody see that?
No.
What's America?
It says it says the walls and ceiling of this hallway are coated with slime, and the floor of the passage is covered with a layer of mud. Although this muck is through this muck is a steady stream of water that trickles northward. The stucco in the walls is flaking off, and there's glowing silver tracks in its slime crisscrossing the walls and ceiling. Along the eastern wall of the passage stands a 12-foot tall stone statue of a man outfitted with fine clothing and holding a... 1 second. 2 seconds. I'll just show you a picture. Okay, so anyway.
Ooh, I see.
So its eyes are... Okay, so a 12-foot tall stone statue of a man outfitted with fine clothing and holding a stone tray in his raised arms. His eyes appear to be black gemstones. The right one droops out of its socket, balancing on the statue's cheek. From behind it, on the left shoulder, protrudes the hilt of a weapon, most likely a sword. The stone tray is well the stone tray, as well as the forehead and the nose of the statue, are chipped and scratched.
Okay. We were all in agreement this thing will come to life, but I think we should also be in agreement that we need those gemstones and that sword.
That's fair enough.
Try placing the pyramid on the tray first. Perhaps if we follow the Guardian's purpose, it will not attempt to kill us.
Okay, but I'm just saying it's gonna
And then-
happen, and we're
And
gonna
then afterwards we get the gemstones. Is that what we're saying? Afterwards we take them off.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we're not leaving the room without taking them. I'm just making that clear.
Obviously, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the pyramid on. Fuck it.
Yeah, you place it on there. It plink echoes through the cavern. Nothing
That's
happens.
shite.
Okay, plan B. I'm going to try and take the sword. Cassius, can you just start frying out the gems, and hopefully we'll just murder this quickly.
Righty ho. Let's see. You want to go for the right one, and I'll go for the left one at the same time.
I'm going to disarm it first.
That makes sense.
Try and take
It's
take
12
the
feet
sword.
tall, and
That-
you're
that
a
makes
dwarf.
sense.
How are you doing this?
I'm climbing this motherfucker. What do you mean? How am I doing?
Would you rather I get this?
Okay,
Would you
fine.
rather I do this? I'm half its height.
Sure. Yeah, you start climbing up the statue.
You a nimble little fucker.
Oh wait, who did you? You got to roll for this shit, man. I'm not gonna just give it to you.
Of course I do. I'm just waiting for you. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Ah, that's bullshit.
Fuck.
Well,
like
you-
not even.
You climb
a
it. No.
quarter of the way.
You climb it. I was
Oh.
just kind of like measuring something else. But yeah, you climb. You kind of put some. You find some footholds on the legs and everything, and you kind of bound up. You kind of land on that tray, and you have access to the sword. But you also need to roll me a dex saving throw,
Ah, shite.
That's fair.
because it is one top heavy statue.
That's also
That's-
what I expected.
That
That's
does
a
not
shite.
do it. Take 6 damage as a big fucking stone statue lands on you.
Oh, look what you've done now. How am I gonna get the gemstones out of it, you silly bastard?
Oh no, they're on the
Are you
floor.
okay?
The whole thing,
Underneath!
the whole thing toppled over and slammed on top of him. The head got knocked off of it. A portion of it shattered. It's in rubble and pieces. But unfortunately, it did
Oh,
land
well,
on
look
top
what
of him.
you've done. All right, let me help you out. This is the second time that you've been crushed by stone. I feel bad now.
Now, wait a second.
I hate this place.
For some reason,
I
I hate
know.
everything about it.
it reveals
I know.
a
Terrible
passage
place.
behind it.
Oh, well, look at that! You've revealed the passage. Now, good on you. I pat him. I pat him on his bald head.
Oh, don't touch me. Oh, fuck this place.
Stand up, Alistair.
You
press
stand
the
up and-
fuck off of them.
Come on.
I like how he's just mundanely using his magic. He's like abusing it, using it for like
Come on.
shit, like
Magic.
sweeping the floor.
He doesn't have a god, you know. If he wants to use his, like he totally uses
Yeah,
this to wash the dishes.
Your
I mean,
excuse is
listen.
He doesn't have a god, so might as well.
That's the perfect tagline. He doesn't have a god,
So, here-
might as well.
So here's the thing: the card I drew is called Life Changer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm going to play this on Alistair because it just happened to you. You start noticing thin lines appear in your skin in the same positions that the stone statue broke. And you're going to go ahead and take a disadvantage roll to your next Constitution saving throw, okay?
Cool.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
You
Christ.
now have a shared
so-
fate with the statue.
Oh shit.
So, you guys pick up the eyes and the sword, I imagine?
Yeah,
sure.
I'm popping out the gemstones and the.
Okay, cool.
Shit.
Well, who gets the sword?
Who's good with these things? What kind of sword is
that'd
it?
be- Oh, yeah, what kind of sword is a good question.
It is a +1 long sword, fine condition, made of laminated wood and inset with jagged teeth of obsidian. It does an extra 2d6 damage to any creature of the plant type.
Cool.
Well, that looks a little too top heavy for me. So might as well give it to the big beefy bastard.
I'm assuming that's me. So I'll just...
No, you silly bastard. I'm talking to Yayakli. Of course I'm talking to you.
Okay. Okay. You know what? You got me that time. I'll give you that.
This is a +1 longsword.
Yeah, it's a +1 longsword. I'm gonna link you to it here real quick.
Ooh, I'm guessing in my inventory I just put 2
Boop.
black gemstones.
Yep, and those bad boys are worth 10 gold each.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and call a 5-minute break here, so I can fucking recuperate for a second.
Oh man, this is great. Alright, so I'm gonna go to be right back on my channel for all 4 of you watching.
There's 4 people watching?
I have 4 people watching. Well, one of them is just lurking, which means that he's just, there's a bot here that he's just watching. Or, like, he's there, that he's not actually watching. And then I've got my moderator here. She's having a great time. She's crying at the, what is a Swiffer comment.
Fair enough. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I am going to take a break. I'll be right back.
Alright, let's go to be right back, everyone.
Yep.
5 minutes.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I actually have a pizza downstairs. Say no more. Shit, where'd my thermos go?
back. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. And hello.
And Luz says in the chat that they are back. Is that everyone?
Yup.
Yeah, he was just
Yep.
muted. Sound like he's smoking. Luz, are you smoking?
I'm actually eating.
Same here.
You want to hear me crunching?
Smoking that dick. Just kidding. All right. So anyway, I was like, see, because it was because wieners.
That's a great way to start back.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, everybody in the audience. Anyway, whatever. I didn't even realize we had an audience anymore. I had 0 followers for about 2 hours, and I was like, fuck this shit, man. I'm not going to keep using my bandwidth, my precious bandwidth for this. But I'm glad you're getting some use out of it. Mormon Jesus. Anyway, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's me.
So there is a passage, and it extends.
Oh.
Existends, like the movie.
Shall we proceed? If it is a secret passage, perhaps it is less traveled, and therefore less worn and torn, as the rest of the temple is.
Listen,
Perhaps
I'll
we
show.
can make our way out.
Just like Robert
Alright.
Frost said.
I will go through. I've been known to have seen some passages not worn and torn. If you catch my drift. Let's go.
Water beads collect upon the walls of this narrow passage, and the flooring is cold and damp. A low ceiling, only 5 feet tall, further cramps this dank place. Now, the only person who does not have to duck through this is Alistair.
I have to duck. Oh. I probably should not have gone first in hindsight. I'm gonna peek around the corner.
It's okay. I'm still recovering. I think I have stone in my lungs. not like my namesake. Like, I think I literally inhaled stone.
Is that good or bad for dwarves? I hear dwarves like stone.
No, that's bullshit.
That's
Propaganda.
racist.
It's terrible. It hurts.
That was pretty
That's
racist.
fake
Every
news.
moment
Yes.
hurts.
Alright, so I can't really see for much, but let's. I'm trying to turn my actual figure. I have like OCD with it. There we go. Let's see. From here, what can I gauge from this corridor here?
Sorry?
Right, from here, what
It's-
do I
it's
see?
just-
Should I roll perception or?
No, that's not necessary. It extends further down the hallway, and then you see what looks like a block of stone that's like on a central pivot, but it looks like it's been wedged open by rubble and debris and that sort of stuff.
This looks semi blocked off. I'm gonna
No.
do a little bit of a-
Let
of a
me.
look-see.
I'm sorry. I might have confused a little bit. It is actually quite passable.
Oh, it is passable. All right. Well, this looks like an actual way through.
Yeah, it just might require a little bit of finagling.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna get up close to it and I'm gonna do an in-depth look and see just how traversable this thing is.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it looks
Quartolins out.
passable, but like when you yank on it, like when you put your hands on the stone and you start pulling and everything, there's something catching it. So there might be some sort of release around here, but you would have to look for that.
There seems to be some tricky dicky situation over here.
Which is
Let's see. I'm gonna perceive this, or is it investigation or perception still?
You can roll perception.
What would you say?
Oh shit! I just drew a regret card,
Oh shit.
and it literally says "Failure cripples a thief's skill." So good luck on this
Oh.
roll. We're gonna see if you fail. That's gonna be probably pretty bad. By the way, everybody take 5 damage as another hour has elapsed.
Great. Alright, so I roll for what? Perception or investigation?
Perception, sorry.
Alright, let's see. It's not bad.
Yeah, you scan the hallway, you start looking around the intersections between the walls and the ceiling, and you find what looks like a little... It looks like a hinge, but flush with the wall. So it could have been like some stylized tile or something, but when you flick it open with your finger, you hear a loud clunk, and then the door pulls open the rest of the way, allowing you guys
Boys,
into the
I
passage.
figured it out. I figured out the secret to the hidden temple.
Thank goodness.
On
Let us move. We
Nickelodeon!
all slowly die.
Okay. Let's see here. It's dank and damp in here.
It definitely is dank and damp. So let me go
Sorry,
ahead and... Sorry, go ahead.
I was muted. I was going to ask, how do my companions look at this point? You know? Pretty beat up.
They're still there.
Yayokui is seeming a lot less inspired, but medically they seem fine.
I seem to be doing rather fine. A little bit of a cough, but nothing I can't handle.
Yeah, in which case I'm going to pop this healing potion for me.
All right, fair enough. This hall is strewn with mud and flotsam. Water accumulates in the center of this corridor and flows westward, where a stone block in the southern wall has shifted out of place. The corridor turns north, and the flow of water follows it, then goes under a door made of bronze-bound wood. The door has a handle and a keyhole.
Well, this looks like another locked door. There's a keyhole right there. I'm just gonna move up a little bit. I'm gonna perceive and see if there's any traps around here or anything like that. If there's any cables I might trip over, or shit I might step in. Let's see. That's a 17.
No, you don't actually see anything. The whole hall, you scan the hallway with your eyes. You start looking in the places where you would hide something. Common places that you found in here that are trapped. And
listen, I was in prison. That's not everywhere.
You check up your ass as well. Nothing's there.
All right, I emptied that out when we got here. I know there's nothing in there. All right, so I'm gonna go look at this door here.
That door. You hear.
It concerns me when he wanders off into the darkness like that.
You put your ear to the door, and you hear what sounds like something faint and melodious coming from beyond. But it's hard to tell if it's like.
Honestly, I've just gotten used to it at this point.
It's hard to tell if it's someone singing or if it's just some dripping water echoing in some big room, or I mean, it's hard to say.
I try to give a gentle tug at the door. Is it locked?
I think he's abandoned you guys. No, it does not appear to be locked.
You really didn't even need to hire me. As a thief, my job is just completely moot at this point. None of these doors have been fucking locked.
Well, we have had multiple traps that have nearly killed Alistair.
Listen, he brought that upon himself from the statue over there, and that's my bad. I've already apologized for the first one.
It's fine. Let's just agree that we as a unit probably need to work a bit better. Make sure the people equipped to deal with traps are dealing with them, that kind of thing.
Yes. That's why every room I've made it a point to check for traps. Now for this one, I'm gonna try the dagger in the keyhole, see if that does it.
Okay, you try the dagger in the keyhole?
Yep.
Doesn't fit.
That silence creeps me out.
Oh, I said it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Shit.
No.
All right, I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Okay.
Yokui is gonna dodge.
Oh, hold on, guys. Hey.
Wasn't there a door directly facing us when we came in?
Yeah.
That was the door?
Yeah, I was curious to There was
Oh,
a reason why we didn't check it
shit.
out. But
I didn't even realize that was a door.
it's all good.
Alright, let's see where this one goes to, and then we'll go get that one back.
All right. If anyone, none of the passages we've been taking seem to indicate like an upward slope, do they?
So far
I
we've
don't
been going
recall him
down.
saying so.
So far we've just gone down. We tried going to the east, and that tried to go up, but that didn't work. And then we went down to here. So all we've done is gone down so far.
Ah.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. So, are you still messing with the door?
I was gonna see if I could pick the lock, just to unlock it, and then we're gonna double back to see the other door.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, I thought we were immediately going to the other door. Yaokui would not have wandered off, leaving their companions in the darkness.
You start trying to pick it, and you realize, oh shit, it's not locked.
I thought it was locked. Oh, okay.
No, it has a keyhole, but not locked.
Oh, alright. Well, let's just get a gander in here and see just what's going on in there, and then we'll double back.
Alright, Yaokui hides their torch so, there isn't a bright light in this ancient tomb giving away our rope.
Oh yeah, that would be lovely. Alright, let's get ready to fuck some shit up. I'm gonna peek the door open.
Okay.
Let's see.
Give me 2 seconds here. Okay.
Oh wait, we've been in here for more than an hour, right?
Yeah, you've been in here for
We
more than 2
we
hours
Torch has
now.
gone out, and Yaokui doesn't have more. They were all with the skeletons. I mean, servants.
Shit, for real?
Yeah,
That's a fucking bummer.
We're going off of Alistar's light spell now.
Yeah, that's fine. I can
Oh shit, I didn't even bring any torches.
cast
Oh,
it on something else for you. I also have candles if you want.
yeah, I've got candles too. And I've got a lantern if you want it.
All right, so
I think we'll be fine on light sources. What?
What the fuck is that?
you peek into the room, and sitting on what looks like a beach in front of a crystalline pool is a woman, young and slim with long golden hair and pale white skin. She radiates a soft silvery light even through her shawl, white as the froth of waves. She is singing a strange melody in an unrecognizable language. And after finishing her song, she enters the water in a long, arching dive.
So, I just seen a very buxom young lady. She was singing a song in a language that I didn't understand, but my penis understood it very well. And she jumped, did a swanton bomb into the water, quite graceful. It was an 8 out of 10 if I had to rate it. 3 out of 10 from the Russian judge. And now she's in the water. Now I can't see her anymore.
It is likely a trial of the temple. However, if they are capable of communicating, perhaps we can string them along long enough for them to reveal the exit.
Perhaps, but some good that's going to do, because she's currently taking a skinny dip inside the water that's in this room.
Okay.
She is wearing a shawl.
She's wearing some sort of clothing. My eyes weren't paying attention to the clothes.
So here's a question. Based on his description, because I was a sailor for quite some time, can I make some sort of roll to see if it's like a siren type thing going on here?
Sure.
Like we step in and she's gonna beguile us and try and murder us?
Yep. Yes, you
I
can.
don't know what kind of roll that'd be though.
So maybe history? History or...
No. She's a type of monster. Not monster. She's a type of creature. So you would be able to roll like some sort of... Would it be natural world? Or how does that work?
I would say nature then, at that point.
Yeah, nature.
Sure,
like trying to identify the type of being she is.
Yeah.
It would depend on whatever you think is most likely. Like unicorns would be like magical, so arcana. Like
Yeah, see, I don't know what
undead and
sirens are
werewolves would be like religion.
classified as, but I'm sure Alistair does. So would they be arcana, probably? I feel like they're magical beasts, right?
Very possibly. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm gonna pop open the book here.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think it matters. I think you can tell me, Antonio. So I'm just gonna fucking roll Arcana because the check is the same. So you
Sure.
just be
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if it's the same, there's no fucking point.
Yeah, go for it.
It's
I
just
mean, like,
semantics at this point.
You could have just been like, "Oh no, that was history, not Arcana," because it
Oh
wasn't.
well then.
Oh, Arcana.
Well, it's
I
shite
see.
anyway.
You rolled somehow a -1. I'm just kidding. So
Uh-huh.
you rolled a 3. Could
Yeah, that'd be
be some scary stuff, but there's also some very pleasant stuff that has the same
Okay,
kind of general descriptors.
I've worked through the problem. It appears to me that she could be trying to lure us to our deaths, but, gentlemen, maybe she knows the way out. So I suggest we head in with the idea that it could be dangerous or it could be safe, but we should prepare for dangers. But who knows? Let's hope it's safe.
Do we not want to check the door that we left behind when we first got into this narrow corridor?
Anyone else can roll as well if you like.
I guess I'll. Well, fuck. Everything is the same for me, so I guess I'll just roll our Arcana.
I like the notion of being thorough, but this person may know something about this place, so I maybe just try and talk to her now.
I got a 16 for that.
Okay. And we got an 18 from Travis as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. This appears to be what is known as a Nereid. Nereid?
Myriad?
Nereid. Nereid. Which is usually some sort of chaotic alignment, but most Nereids aren't evil.
Okay.
So it's not like a siren. It's a yeah.
I did a little bit of reading in prison. So, a little bit of nature stories and things of, magical nature. Being as I'm a devil.
This isn't gonna become gross, is it?
No, it's no. This is actually a good story. This is after all the gross stuff. They put me in the infirmary, and I had nothing but books to read about the supernatural and things like that.
And you gravitated immediately to the legend of the naked woman.
Yes, exactly. The pages were quite sticky. I won't go into detail, but yes, from what I saw in the room, that's exactly what she looked like. It could be good, could be bad, but there's only one way to find out. What are we doing about the other door? Do we want to nix that or look at it?
You lied to me, Cassius. You said it would not be gross, but it was gross.
It wasn't that gross. Come on.
You hear her giggle in the other room.
Oh shit! She heard that. Great.
No,
now my shot is blown.
I say we don't worry about the other door for now. Let's just have a conversation.
All right. I'm gonna go in.
It means they speak our language, and if they are not evil, if they're not inherently here to kill us, perhaps they can guide us.
All right. I'm gonna go waltzing in.
Yeah. Yaokui is falling behind. Actually, I suppose Yaokui, blind as a bat without the light, is gonna stick near Alistair.
You hear
Oh, great, beautiful water being, you
hear
gorgeous little
gasp.
minx. How are you
And
doing today?
You hear a gasp and a kvunk as she dives further in the water.
It's okay, love. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here to gauge a little bit of conversation. We're my friends here. We're a little lost. We're just trying to find the way out. If you're close to the rather gorgeous, big, burly, crab-looking things out there, they told us to go through around here. We found another entrance, and we're just trying to, find our way out. We don't want to disturb you.
With that having been said, you kind of you poke your head, or she pokes her head up a little bit. So like reaching the surface of the water, you see like wet, matty hair, and then like her like nose upwards, and she's kind of peeking at you, and her eyes are very blue, very, very blue. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, aren't you lovely? Look at you.
And she smiles and she goes, "You're not so bad yourself," and she winks at you.
Oh, there you go. See, What can I do you for, lad? Lass, I guess. I don't know why I'm Scottish for some reason.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
she's
it's
sorry.
just-
She's speaking Mastican.
Wait, she's speaking Mastican? Shit!
Yeah. She says something like that. Yeah, but she says something in Mastican that you don't understand. So feel
Oh,
free to
shit.
translate if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, Yokui is going to get Yokui's gonna dial it back a bit, get a bit more respectful. The red one says, they think you are very pretty. They say you are like a star in the night sky, swimming in this sparkling pool.
She blushes and like kind of sinks down into the water, and you hear giggling, and then she comes back up and she says,
Whatever you're saying, keep going with it. Keep going with it.
She just says thank you, but you can tell she's blushing about it.
Yokui says,
She seems
appreciates
extraordinarily
it.
naive. Like she seems very, very naive.
Ah, keep rolling with it, lad.
And she says, "I am docile."
She's loving it.
Yokui says, yes, but I am certain that you are not all looks, of course. I am sure you are very smart. Aware. Tell me, my friends and I, we have become lost in your home. Do you know the exit?
Certainly. She says, "It's been so long since I've had visitors." Let's see. She points towards the door over here. She goes, "That will lead back to the Crayfish Guardians, if you would care to
Oh,
go. Or this way."
they told us not to go here.
What does that one say?
I could see why.
Sorry, what did the door behind you, beyond the pool, lead to?
She just shrugs and she goes, up, I guess. I've never been. Will you take me?
Tell me, the crab and the crayfish, they were also unsure as how they came to this place. How did you come to this place?
She looks like she's thinking very hard. And she goes, She swims forward a little bit. I don't remember.
Well, I am a learned scholar. Perhaps I could do some research for you. Try and find out where you've come from. However, I have left many of my research materials outside of this temple. If you let us out, I would be happy to find what information I could know about your people and bring it back to you.
Please, yes, feel free to use the doors. There's a watery ledge over here, which you should be able to traverse through. But I would be careful. It is very slippery.
Thank you.
But won't you stay for just a short while? Maybe you can rest and maybe tell me some of your stories. I haven't been out in so long.
Oh, blast, do I have some stories for you. Wait, I wouldn't understand this. It's a mass Tekken.
I imagine
Forgive
he's
us.
translating.
Uh,
Are you translating, Yayakui?
they are translating. Yeah, they're translating. Anyone who wants to pipe up Yaokui is more or less going to, be the middleman. But Yaokui's going to say, we apologize. We would love to stay and chat. However, we are slowly dying in this temple.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Assure you,
Oh.
we're not an emergency.
Oh, I thought
we
you
would
were.
be happy to stay and share the company of someone so beautiful.
She says, I thought
Even
you were
even
here
with
to
death
rescue
nipping
me.
At a... Sorry, go ahead.
She says, I thought you were here to rescue me. And she looks very, very sad.
What? What's she saying?
Yaokui translate. They thought we came here to rescue them from the temple.
Rescue her or rescue the crab people? Because I think they're more than capable of rescuing themselves.
Rescue her.
Oh. Well, shites. Is she trapped or are they holding her here against her will?
Yaokui.
She looks sad, and then she
relays
kind
the
of
question.
she pulls herself up on the shore a little bit. She turns her back to you. She pulls herself up against the shore, and then she buries her head in her hands, and she starts to cry softly.
Oh, shite. Look what I've done now.
Oh, forgive us. We did not mean to bring sour memories into this moment. As I said before, it is very dangerous for us to stay here too long. However, we have every intention of coming back, I assure you.
Oh, definitely. We're taking her back with us.
And she looks up, and her eyes are full of tears, and she says, "You can't sit with me just for a while? 10 minutes?"
Do you know how we could prevent ourselves from dying from staying here?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Because if you do, I'd love to hear it. Because I'd really rather stay here and just chat you up. Just for a little bit. It's been a while since I've had the company of a beautiful woman as yourself.
The Red One says, even with death nipping at our heels, it is very tempting to stay with you here. However,
She blushes again and smiles. She flashes a smile at him.
however, if we are able to find a way to survive, I'm certain we would be able to share much more company on the surface where we are not solely suffocating, as opposed to merely an hour or so remaining here.
That is true.
She stands up on the shore. Her feet are still in the water. If you know anything about Nayrids, she can't actually leave the water. So she says, "Very well, this way," and she kind of walks you guys over here, and then this is where she says the ledge is. I don't know if you can see it on your map, but there is actually
You can. Yeah, it's a dotted line.
yeah, that's
Alright,
like,
I'm following suit. I am smitten. I'm following suit.
that's like mid.
I was just
Mid
looking into
cap.
the water. Is there anything of note in there?
Oh, there's lots of shiny stuff at the bottom. Yes, lots of shiny
Dude.
stuff.
Okay.
It looks like
I'm
there's
looking at her.
there's a very deep part of the pool that looks like it's like behind like a bed of kelp or something, but there's lots of you can see lots of shinies down there. Yeah. And some sort of light source.
Oh yeah, so you're rather quiet, and you're still over there. What's going on? What are you doing?
Do what now?
There's something in the water.
Well, there's this beautiful young lass in the water. There is that. What else do you mean?
I mean, like shinies. There's shinies in the water.
Oh.
What
And
is-
he points to like his male. He's like, but
I think I'll just like sink like a stone.
What is he saying?
Well, there's a ledge over here. We'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't be scared of the water.
Alistair, we are coming back. We are coming back.
What is he
presumably
saying?
We will be helping this young woman, and when she leaves, we can rob her house. That is how this works.
What is he
that's
saying?
fair.
As he's saying that, I'm just staring at her, giving him like the finger guns, like.
What? What was he talking about? He was pointing at my pool.
Oh,
Do I understand that? She's talking in Maztecan, right?
She's talking to you, but in
Alistair-
Maztecan, yeah.
Alistair Ironlung has not. They have not seen water this clear in this temple. It,
Oh.
Yaoquilas, they say. They are surprised to see something so pure in a place that is, that to us has been so deadly thus far. It seems as though everything in this room is so lovely.
Oh, well, thank you. And she blushes again. She goes, "Well, very well. I believe you've earned this." And she leans in, and then I need Cassius to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck! All right, well,
15.
is that a 15?
Okay. Yep. Let me just double check something.
You have earned death.
I am become death.
Okay. She. I'm sure
I don't
this
like
is
the sound of that.
this is gonna ruin your whole fucking thing. She leans in to kiss you, Cassius.
Woo!
And-
Say no more.
Wait, hold on. Are you leaning into it?
I mean, come on, who wouldn't?
Okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna roll for damage.
Oh shite!
I am so sorry. You take 15
Oh,
points
shit.
of acid damage as she vomits acid into your mouth.
That's not the worst thing that's been in my mouth.
And then she starts cackling,
In fairness.
laughing, and swimming backwards into the pool. And then she dives down. Everyone roll initiative.
Ah, shite.
Oh, by the way, click your character token before you roll initiative. That way we will be able to add it to the actual initiative order.
So wait. I click on my token and then what?
You click on your token, and then when you roll initiative from your character sheet, it will automatically calculate it. It'll automatically
Oh,
throw it
okay.
into the turn order. Yeah.
There we go.
So I did that, but it didn't put it in the turn order.
It's just probably something
Why?
you did wrong.
Well, I clicked my token and I did it.
You somehow got a 5.14. You've somehow made a point in your initiative.
It does that to determine ties.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Whatever. I have a 19.
Okay, well, I'll just add you then, manually. Oops. I think Yakui was first, so I'm gonna go boop, 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 boop. And then we go... Where was it? Okay. And then what was your... You said 19?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Okay. So I think you actually go first then, right?
I do.
Okay, let me put you up top here, bud. And then it looks like you.
All right. It looks like. Ooh, it looks like we go before this one.
Yep, Alistair, you are up. Maybe I put on the battle
Yeah.
music. Do I have any battle music? Let's see. I better have battle music.
Oh, please do. Let's hear it.
That's stupid.
Can I see this gal?
Ooh, this is lovely.
That's less stupid, but I'll take it. You can. She's like swimming back in the water like a dolphin, kind of like kicking her legs, but maintaining mostly above the water. And she's kind of pushed back about 5 feet.
Okay, so that puts her.
And she's
about
giggling,
10 feet?
laughing.
Yeah, it puts her 10 feet from me. Right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, cool. So, what I will do is cast good old Spirit Guardian.
You've turned
Yo,
into the
Spirit
Yogscast.
God,
How'd you do that?
It's this beautiful number right here.
Oh, hello.
So basically they extend 15 feet around me and fuck up anybody in there. Unless they make the
DC.
save.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
It's
she has to make a
DC of
save.
14. She has to make a
she
DC
has to make
14
a
save.
wisdom save
Okay.
or take 20 damage.
She rolls 12.
Suck my dick, nerd.
There's all these spirits fly around.
20
you and
damage.
assault this
Holy
person.
shit.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll do that in a second. I'm also going to use a bonus action to do Healing Word on Cassius.
Oh, much appreciated.
Wow, that
And,
was fucking beefy,
Travis, you
dude.
play... it's a 3rd level spell. It's one of my big ones. But I can do Healing Word, right? It's a bonus action. That means I could still do it on this, no?
A bonus action, I believe, yes. That you only get one of those per turn, I believe. But yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure I had that. Oh, dude.
This is great fighting music.
Awesome.
So Cassius gets 6 back. So
Nice.
so he's been like pondering this pool and that kind of stuff. She vomits acid on him and flits away.
No, sorry.
And,
She vomits acid
you know,
into him.
Yeah, into him and flits away, and Alistair just screams in frustration because this place has not been what was advertised. There's
Nope.
supposed to be a vampire lord, and all this bullshit is here. And so, like, he begins to like slam his warhammer against the shield right? And starts a slow chant where he's like, "Tempest, god of war, hear my call. I summon forth the archangels at your disposal. Fly free and strike this harlot down." And, you know,
I love it. That's fucking beautiful. Yes, and they do indeed strike true, and they fucking slash at her, and you see her skin begin to rend and burn as she kind of splashes back down into the water. And it is Yayaqui's turn.
Oh, for the love of course, the one person who is likely to be resistant to acid is also underwater. I could have had an Archivali, but of course there has to be Yaqui, technically water only gives fire resistance, so I guess Yaqui is gonna try and boil this person alive. Take
Wow.
her staff, point it in the air, wave it about, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, how are ya?
And try and boil the water surrounding this person.
Yes, and it looks like you do. Holy shit. That's going to be -9 points of damage.
Oh,
but
shit.
No, only 4, sadly.
That's right. Yeah.
That's rounded down.
Resistance, yeah. Okay. So,
Saving tart.
do you have anything else you want to try?
And then Yaokui is going to step away from the pool.
Yeah, she actually screams, "Chalk, help me!"
Chalk.
Who is this Chuck?
It is the Nereid's turn. Maybe she will let you know who the Chalk is.
I got a 17. She got a 15.
That's weird. I feel like you... Huh.
I didn't even go yet. I've
Yeah,
gotten
alright.
vomited in.
it
Go
went
ahead.
all out of order.
Yeah, that was weird. Go ahead.
Alright, now she's pissed me off. My heart's broken. Now, let's... Woo! Let's see, so that's... Oh, that was a natural 20, I think.
It was a natural 20. What
This
kind of
is
attack
20
was that
plus-
for?
That was my rapier, which was a 1d8 plus 2.
Okay, so you're diving in the pool?
And I... No, I was on the ledge.
Right, but she's 5 feet back.
Yeah.
So she's 10 feet away, effectively. What's your...
Oh,
You could move there and stab them potentially.
Yeah.
that makes sense. Fuck it. I'll do just that. I'll move and then stab down at the bitch.
So you're moving forward to the left there?
Yeah, literally just going boop.
Okay, so in that case, you do fall entirely into the water, and you are now... You can't reach the ground.
Oh shite.
Yep. But you can still attack, you
Um,
just attack at disadvantage.
Okay, so then let's do that again. So that's
No,
one
I'm sorry.
and
Since you
2.
already rolled the 25, don't worry about it. Since you
Alright.
already rolled the 25, yeah, you can take it. I'm not gonna make you burn a crit. Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage there, sir. What was it? 4 plus 4, so you got 8. Wow. Okay.
Yep. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna take. What I like to imagine is I plopped off. I stepped off the thing and with my sword like pointing down, just to, like stab it into her clavicle. And then with the other hand, I'm gonna take my short sword and jam it into her rib cage and whisper in her ear, "Cast your sense regard, love." And then I'm gonna fucking shank her with this thing and see what happens with this. Nope, that's... Oh shit, wait no, this is with disadvantage. So let's try this
So,
again.
well, hold on. So that'll be that 16.
Yeah.
Because you would just
okay.
pick the lowest result, yeah. So the 16, let me see. I think that still does hit, though. Yeah, sure does. Yep. So that's an additional 7 damage. Fucking shit, man. She is
so both of my swords are stuck in her. I'm just holding on to them now. So if she writhes about, I'm just attached to her.
Yeah, she is. You're underwater with her at this point, and she lets out a monstrous scream that is just contained by the water. But you being underwater with her, you realize that this is her native environment. This is where her voice carries the strongest. So it actually like rattles you to your core to hear this screaming. It's inhuman.
Reminds me of my first night in prison.
She looks at you with absolute contempt.
With much disdain.
Yes. She. Let me see, man. I'm actually. Now, this is it says melee attack. But it's also acidic. You know what? She rolled the recharge on this guy. So I'm just gonna... unfortunately, I'm gonna have to try it again. Go ahead and roll another DC 13 strength saving throw. No, not sorry. Not strength saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Oh, ho, ho.
18 is definitely gonna do it. Yeah, you kind of know better, and you pull it. She reaches towards you, and you kind of drive the swords in deeper, and she kind of like she starts like you can see it leave her mouth and enter the water, but nothing happens, and she makes some sort of odd gesture with her hands. First of all, if she moves away, is that an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, she is going to shout something in an unknown language into the water. And then, even though your swords are still within her, you see her start to fade into, like, invisibility. You're having trouble seeing her now.
Oh, so she goes poof, even though my swords are stuck in her.
Yes. And then, unfortunately, it's Chalk's turn.
Oh, shite.
You see...
Just want you to know that I have that 15-foot sphere of spirit guardians. It makes anybody moving through there go half speed.
Okay.
And let's see. Anybody entering or starting their turn there must make the wisdom saving throw or take the 20 damage.
He'll make a saving throw. So it's wisdom?
Yes, sir.
He rolled a 3.
By that logic, they... Oh, no, never mind. Forgive me. Keep going.
I forgive you, Travis. You're my bro. So 20?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that is a beefy spell.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, you see Chalk swim forward. He's being lashed by these divine energies, but he's desperate to rescue his owner, his friend, whatever you would like to describe it as. So he swims forward, and he is going to make an attempt to attack literally the only person he's capable of attacking in this round, which is going to be the boy Cassius here in the water. So we're gonna go ahead and give me 2 seconds here. Yep, he's gonna attempt to bite you and drag you deeper. He rolls both a 22 and a 21, 2 separate bite attacks. I'm assuming both of them hit, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was afraid
But
so.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge the first one.
How does that work?
I mean,
What does uncanny dodge do?
You
Okay,
expend your
cool.
reaction and have the damage from
from an attack. Being as I'm in the fucking water, so I can't do hellish rebuke.
Aha. Fair enough. So, we roll damage. Nope, that's not damage. Okay. I'm just going to type it in. I hate doing this. I feel like a caveman. I can't even just click something. So, the first attack lands 6 damage. The second attack lands 10 damage. 16 damage to Cassius.
So
As this thing-
6 and 10.
Yeah. You feel yourself kicking wildly, trying to just stay above the water, but it's this huge. I mean, it must be a 20-foot long eel, kind of coiled around itself, and it's biting you with its massive jaws and pulling you under. You feel there's just the exertion from your lungs burning, and then it is Alistair's turn.
So he took a pretty hard hit.
Oh yeah, 2.
Just trying to.
Oh, by the way, those hits dislodged your swords, I imagine.
I would imagine, yeah. I'm like in Jaws and getting writhed about and shit.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do.
Alright, I drew an embarrassment card. Cassius's pants also fall down during this.
Of course!
Okay.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
And everybody just laughs, including the eel. Okay.
Yeah, okay. This isn't the best thing to do, but
This is a weird fucking
I'm
game.
gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. So, yeah. Make a giant flaming longsword. Just because that's my deity's thing. We'll make it a giant flaming greatsword, but it doesn't really matter.
Right on.
And that's its attack. I don't think that hits.
9? No, 9 does not hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But in the future, I can move it around and shit like that.
Right
and
on,
have it
dude.
attack while I do stuff. But for now, I just spawn it into existence, like right behind the Chocobo or whatever his name is.
Chalk.
Chalk. C-H-A-K. A-C.
There.
Okay.
That's the sword.
Okay, cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna say this time it's like a mote of fire that like explodes off the holy symbol etched onto the shield, and then turns into this gleaming, like way overdone special effect longsword. And I think he took too much time crafting it just to his god's just to his specifications. So like it does not hit well at all.
Wonderful. Okay, well, sounds good. Yeah. Alright, well, Yayakui's turn then.
Yakui is going to call out to the seal and say, "Eel, who are you? What is your purpose here in Mazdakan?"
Which is me yelling, "You fucker, stop trying to talk to it and kill it, it's killing me."
Does
Yeah.
Yayakui actually hear a response from the seal?
No.
Shoot. Okay.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't Yakui go at the end here? Because we're actually doing initiative right now. So
Oh,
Cassius next.
I thought
and
that
then-
was... Oh, I'm sorry, that is weird.
Also, it turned me into 38 for some reason.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. So it is Cassius' turn. Sorry, Yayaku.
Okay.
But
That's...
speaking is out of turn anyway, so that's fine. You
Alright.
still realize that.
I need... So, I'm bitten, but I'm just in the water now.
Yes.
Well, shit. So, he's up in my face, I can imagine, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm gonna slash at him with my rapier, see what happens.
Alright, it's going to be disadvantage. You rolled at 12.
With disadvantage...
Yep.
Yeah, I can imagine 12 isn't gonna hit no matter what I get. That's another 12.
Nope. Both of them miss.
That's fine.
It's just
So-
it's thrashing too wildly. It keeps inadvertently even deflecting your blows. It seems more focused on
Okay.
Alistair's magic shit, but still. you were
Okay,
able to
so
do
with that, I can swim, right? I can get out of here.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then I guess just like catch my breath and just relax.
You're going to be
For a
provoking
bit.
attacks of opportunity, though.
I will not,
Why?
because of this here. Nope. Swashbuckler, baby.
Can't make sense, huh? Make it. Okay, so it says you had to have made a melee attack against them, though, to do that.
But does it specify that I landed it? I think it's just if I make
No,
it, if I
no,
just try to
you're
make
right.
an attack.
You're right, but my point is you didn't attack both of them, and they're both within range of you.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, so one of them gets an attack on you. You're right, the eel does not, because you attacked the eel for sure.
Right, that bitch
also,
is
if
invisible.
that broad is still in there, she's making wisdom saves or taking that 20 damage every time.
Yeah, but it hasn't been her turn yet since that. But her turn is next, though. And then
Well,
she'll
with
get
with
to-
the bonus action that I have left, do I still have a bonus action left?
I mean, I guess if you didn't take it, yeah, sure.
I did not. Fuck it. I'm downing the potion.
Okay, so with your bonus action, you're downing the potion, the
Yep, I'm doing it. Fuck it. No holds barred. No
rest
regrets.
potion,
The what?
the rest potion, the
Yep,
Red Bull.
the rest potion. Yep.
Okay, go ahead and take a full night's rest in the middle of combat.
That's fine. I'm up and at him. Now, I'm pissed off.
All right. Well, she's still gonna attack
Well,
you though.
that's fine.
So we're gonna roll one here. Let's see.
Yeah, roll a 1.
11 does not hit, I imagine.
Nope, it does
Wisdom
not.
save first, please.
Ooh.
Well, no, this is an attack of opportunity,
he's
son.
calling him out. No, this is just an opportunity attack. This ain't her turn.
Oh shit! Damn it!
I love your grit. I love that you're trying to save me. You're cool.
Yeah, but that does not hit, so you're safe. She tried to reach for your eyes. You didn't see her as much as you felt her. But yeah, you were able to shrug it off and dive out.
As I'm diving out and I turn and face the water as I'm downing the potion, I'm just grabbing my dick and doing like that. Yeah, piss off.
Fair enough. Now, unfortunately, it is her turn now. So she is going to for sure roll that thing. What was
Well,
it?
first she gets damage from that shit.
No, right, that's what I'm
That
rolling
is
for.
what they're talking about.
Okay, so 16. You said it was a 15 I had to roll.
14 actually.
Yeah.
So she takes 10 damage.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. For me, anyway. I mean,
Takes 10. And
uh,
also for the chocobo.
Choco.
Well, it's not his turn yet.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
You hear it, the chalk, let out a shriek. You see slashes and all sorts of flashing lights and stuff underneath the surface of the water. And, you start seeing her invisibility wane. And she seems to be blocking these, like, foes that you can't even see. She's, like, dodging nimbly out of the way and grabbing some. But then you see her take some impacts in the side. And then you see her body just go limp and start floating slowly down.
Oh, Alistair, you beautiful bastard! I'd kiss you on the skull.
And you hear a giant shriek from this lightning eel, who seems to be pretty pissed.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. So anyway, how you doing? The lightning eel is going to, well, first of all, roll. He's gonna roll first. Nope. And he's gonna take 20 damage. Jeez. Okay. Which he is still
Yeah,
alive.
Fuck you.
Just barely. He looks very rough. Your boys are slashing that fucker up.
Nice.
He's going to move up here, and he is within 5 feet of you. And he is going to
That's
roll
fair.
his special attack, finally. Lightning Jolt.
No shite.
I'm
Right.
assuming there's a save here.
Yep, so you're within 5 feet of the outside of the water. So you're going to roll Constitution.
And I have disadvantage from the thing, by the way.
Yes, you do.
Oh shit! And you motherfucker. He planned this.
Ah, so close.
Yeah. Sorry, homie.
Damn it.
Oh, I gotta add another D8. Alright. You take 7 damage and you are stunned until the eel's next turn.
I
What does
believe
that
also
mean?
lose your spell.
What's that?
If it's concentration.
Well, don't I get to make a save for it?
You did. You
Or
just-
stun just knock that out?
No, it says
Stunned
if
might
you
knock
take
that out.
any of the damage, you are stunned until the eel's next turn.
No, he's talking about concentration for a spell. I mean, if it's stunned, it's not like he's unconscious. He's just.
Let me see how that works. Give me 2 seconds.
That's what I would imagine. It like if he was like knocked out, then yeah.
I actually have the stun page.
They have that
bookmarked.
thing of what these status effects mean. I just can't remember what page it's on.
I got it. I got it. It's on
it's,
page 292.
If you're incapacitated, you lose concentration. So
Yeah.
you could still be concentrating.
Well, it
He
says
just has to roll for it.
it says
yeah.
a stunned
Yeah.
creature.
I believe he
is
has to beat.
incapacitated.
Yeah, he has to beat 10 or half the damage. I think that's what the book says. I don't know.
So it'd be 10 on this one. But
No.
I do have advantage because of Warcaster on this bitch.
Ooh!
So, oh, does that cancel the disadvantage and it's just one then?
Well, that's Constitution. This is a concentration check.
Oh, I see. Cool. I mean, because they're both triggered off Constitution, so I wasn't sure.
I don't. Let's
It
see.
doesn't matter. I lost
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't look like it. So does that mean your divine whatever's is
Spell-
gone?
Yeah, it's that.
Okay. I'll take that. All right. Yeah, Yahuqui's turn.
Okay. Yayakwi is going to move over here. And this thing still has not spoken a lick of Mastican, right?
Not in a way
Not
that
even
it
like
prefers.
a how dare you kill them kind of thing.
No, this is, to be fair, this is like an animal. This isn't like a being taking the shape of an eel.
Gotcha. I was just testing because a lot of Yayakwi spells require the people to understand what they're saying. Like suggestion or laughter or what have you.
Sure.
But what doesn't require them to understand what they're saying is the universal language of acid.
The universal language of Jesus.
All right, he is going to get advantage due to being in the water.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like
Okay.
he is in fact like underwater, just poking his head up enough to. So I mean, I think that's fair. If I'm out of line, let me know, guys. I mean,
No, that's fine.
No, that's
It's a bad habit to be like, oh well, the rules say blah 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 blah. blah. So,
Alright, 20.
Yeah. If you feel that's fair, that is how it works.
yeah, sorry, man. Yep, 20.
Oh, I just realized I fucked up, but it's way too late for that.
What?
I should have been rolling for a sneak attack damage.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have.
The acid bubble pops on the surface of the water. Doesn't
Well,
even penetrate.
That's fine. The bitch is already dead. I didn't land a single attack on this bastard.
That's Yakui's turn. They
Ah.
yell, Alistar, get away from the water surface.
Yeah,
They
he's
cannot
fallen to
follow
his
us onto
knees.
land.
He is shaking and he's able to speak, but only falteringly. It says.
I can also move, but really shittily.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask is, it says I can't take actions because I take on the incapacitated thingy.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can't do bonus action?
I would say
I
no.
would
You can't do
imagine
that.
Probably can't, right? Yeah. Okay.
I would
No,
imagine
you can't do
can.
shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
In which
man.
case, we move.
No, it actually, in fact, says you can't move. Yeah.
Oh, I can't even move. Oh shit.
Oh no, we've
says
left him there.
Yep.
We're
Incapacitated,
praying
can't
to
move,
our
can't
God.
speak, except but falteringly. Fails all strength dex rolls, all attack rolls, have advantage.
Oh, you
Then
fucking
we're
bastard.
gonna pray.
Why does Alistar's initiative keep getting higher and higher?
I don't know, but I love it.
It's tracking the rounds that we're doing, oddly enough, with mine. I don't know why.
All right.
But yes, he's going to pray falteringly. That's what he can do.
Let's see.
God.
Who's this?
Dear Jesus, help me, Mormon Jesus.
Yeah, I'm right here. What's up? What can I do? Oh, big fucking fuck that.
All right.
I mean, that's it. I can't do anything.
Okay.
All right, let's see. What's going on here?
Cassius, you're up, bud. You're up, homie.
What can I? Whose turn? It's my turn.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's deep in the water. I can see where that fucking thing is.
It would appear so.
Like that eel. He's not on the ledge. He's in the
No,
water.
no,
Yeah?
he is in the like fully submerged. He's just big enough and close enough to the surface where it's not difficult to see him at this point.
All right, you fucking bastard. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna jump and stab down on it with the first sword. So I was 1, 2, 3, 4 here, like right up there, just stab down at it
Okay.
with the first one. That would be. Is this at disadvantage or what?
I don't know. I feel like it should be. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like it should be.
Alright, let's see. That would be. That's a 15.
That's a 15. 15 definitely hits.
Alright, so there's that. And then now, because I am a swashbuckler, it means that I get sneak attack. I don't need advantage to use my sneak attack if no creature other than my target is within 5 feet of me.
Well, Alistar is within 5 feet of you.
That's true too. So let's do what, 3d6? Dice roller. Come on, roll 3d6.
You know, don't even bother, man. Thing's dead. It's
Alright.
fucking dead. It's super dead. Super dead. We all agree that it's dead, and it's at -11.
Fantastic.
Good job. You fucking drive your rapier through the fucking dome piece of this thing. It's wriggling around wildly for a while. We get a nice shot when it rears its head towards the camera with you riding on top, and it opens its mouth, and you see that the blade is all the way through its head, coming through his mouth, down through the jaw at the bottom, and then eventually, boom! Its head collapses onto the shore, and
Oh,
you are
fuck yeah.
victorious.
I thought she was the one.
Okay. Everyone gather around. Oh god. Gather around.
Are you alright, Alistar? You took
Yeah, you're
quite the
right,
beating.
mate.
No, I'm not alright. I took lightning to the face. I'm definitely not alright.
Well, that's fine. I took 2 bites of that fucking thing and vomit in my mouth. You'll live.
I would like to establish a rule: no more kissing anything in this temple.
Yeah, I think that should be a thing we do for sure forever. The rest of our lives.
No more exchange of bodily fluids with the dangers of the temple.
All right then. As I'm doing that, I'm begrudgingly going inside the water to look for the shinies that he so said, and also looting that bitch if she had anything on her.
Okay, roll
everybody gets
initiative.
13
Just kidding.
HP back.
As far as what Dasasot's had on her, let's see. She had nothing. She had water, and you can't find her. She's fucking dissolved. Who cares? The eel had eel parts and eel guts and brains, which you can take if you would like to eat eels, and if that's your thing.
Like out of character. I do love eel.
Really? Oh, I like sushi though. I guess that's not too weird. Anyway, so
I'm just gonna say eel parts.
eel parts, and then you do see down there is still that little bed of kelp with shinies in it.
Ooh. I guess I'll go and just grab whatever I can, bring it back up, and show them what I found.
Sure, I imagine you guys have like an extra sack or something. You take it down there, you start just throwing shit in there. You figure you clean out probably all of it before you come back up. It's heavy, even under the water it's heavy. And then you start like hoisting it onto the shore, open it up, and you kind of count your winnings, and it looks like there's looks like 6 golden statues, kind of in the same style as the previous ones, but these ones are all gold, so they're probably worth about 50 gold each.
Ooh, that's 6. That's 2 apiece, lads.
Yeah, and then there's a golden mask as well, worth probably about 250 gold.
2 gold statues.
There's 2 crystal scroll cases, and it looks like the inside is full of water, and whatever papers were in there is it's pulp, you know. But the crystal cases itself are probably worth about 25 gold apiece. There's another silver idol worth 15 gold. But the silver idol, it looks like, has a cork in the top.
Well,
then-
who would like the golden mask?
And then it looks like some gloves.
We
Ooh.
can.
There's some glovies, some
we can
shiny
discuss
silvery
the,
glovies.
We can discuss the valuables later.
Okay.
Oh no, they're
So I
purple.
give everybody 2 of the golden statues, just so we're even, and then we'll just who wants to be the treasurer of all this shit? Who's sturdy enough to hold all this shit?
I could do that. Antonio, can you make me just a handout and I will add all this shit into there as like
Yeah.
inventory?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna copy paste you the contents here, and then
Oh, beautiful.
I'll give you a handout, and then you can do whatever you want with that.
Can you actually
It's going to be called Mysterious Note.
Oh, I'm already full. I've shot my load with
Gross.
the what's it called?
Boop. There's what you got.
All right.
Thank you.
You got gloves of missile snaring,
Ooh.
which I can actually show everybody now that everybody can see it. Show to players. They look like Spider-Man's gloves if they had arrows on them. In all different
Oh,
colors.
that's pretty.
And a potion of clairvoyance. But that is it for this room. Congratulations, you are not even a third of the way through the dungeon.
Oh fuck.
Let's keep moving.
By the way, do you
Yeah,
guys see
let's-
what
let's
that
do
is
that.
there to the south? Do you guys see what that is?
To the south.
To the room?
Oh, right.
Yeah, the room with the crabs?
Yeah.
Yeah, crab battle.
Yeah.
I don't know, just thought it was fun. Anyway, where you guys headed?
I believe the only way is forwards, lads.
Yes. If the Nereid was protecting the store, it might be important. Then again, important
I'm sorry.
might mean deeper into that.
Were the 2 of you not damaged?
I was, and then I drank the potion.
Yakui was had some damage just from the general. They weren't damaged from the fight. They were just damaged from the ambient toxins in the air.
Yeah, then fuck the prayer of healing. I'm just gonna do cure light wounds, or whatever it is in 5e. Cure wounds.
Cure wounds, yeah.
In that case, Yakui goes back down to that. Presumably, we proceed to the door to
Yeah.
the east.
Okay. You, I'm gonna say you just go through the door. It's empty.
Okay, yeah.
It's just an L-shaped corridor. There's nothing interesting about this. The water is about 3 feet deep, so about what it was in the previous room. The bottom is very slippery, so just be careful. You go up the corridor, and there's a stairwell.
Oh, finally stairs.
Upward
and
stairs.
Finally.
a
Perhaps a way out.
doorway.
All right, let's take a look here. Are these doors locked?
They don't seem to be locked. They're
Yeah,
bronze
we,
doors. They have keyholes, but they're unlocked.
Okay. Fuck it.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
why
peek
it
through the
keeps
door. Let's see what we've got
specifying
going
that.
on here.
It keeps specifying that. There's keyholes, but there's not locked. So if they ask, you know what to say now.
All right, so it looks like just a corridor through here. Let's go. I'm gonna step in just to get a better
not a
view
big
of the
deal.
hallway.
Just a little creepy, that's all. This corridor goes a long ways down.
Also, Cassius, could you hand me that lantern of yours?
Oh yes, here, take it.
Prestidigitation drive the waterlogged lantern and prestidigitation light it. Prestidigitation is a really good spell if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, especially if you take it as a cantrip.
It's a great spell.
It's super handy.
Also, wait, weren't there 2 little cases with spell shit in them? They were wet as shit. You can't dry them off with that.
No, they're pulp. They're like ashes.
Inside they were mush. I could dry the mush, but then it would just be dust.
I thought it was like a spell case or something.
Yes. Presumably they might have had arcane writing in them. It
This
is a
hallway.
shame to see such knowledge
Horse-
destroyed.
Boys, I just want to say this is a wide open hallway. It sounds like a trap to me, so let's just take it slow.
That's
Okay,
right.
check every inch. Cassius, I'm going to give you this 10-foot bowl. Just tap your way through. You know, tap
Alright.
your way to glory.
Okay,
But
so
let me
so-
read this. So the hallway is 20 feet wide and has piles of rubble and debris scattered along its length. The walls are covered with frescoes. Why do old campaigns like that word? The south wall displays scenes of a battle between native and invaders. The north wall depicts people questing for a new land, their experiences during the journey, including crossing treacherous mountains, sailing over storm-tossed seas, and receiving the guidance of gods in their battles to keep them and their homeland free from invasions. In the center of the wall is a painting of a pyramid with a temple on top, and the sun shining over the land. Double bronze doors stand in the eastern end of the south wall. Well, that's the ones you just came through. Down the hall to the west is an archway, carved in the form of twining serpents. Beyond it, the corridor continues into shadow.
Alright. Cassius, as usual, it seems you should check for traps.
Oh, of course.
With a corridor this large, there's no telling what could happen.
Oh,
However,
definitely.
We tie a rope around you. That way, if you fall in some kind of pit, Alista and myself will be able to hold on to you, and you will not fall too far.
All right, I'll tie the bloody rope over to me. Here, you're the hardy one here. Take it.
Yeah, I've got it. Just
Alright.
make your way nice and slow.
Okay, so I'm going right in front of these two, and I'm gonna make a perception. And
Yeah,
see
no, man,
just...
looks free and clear, baby. Except you got a bunch of debris and stuff everywhere.
Shut up,
Alright.
Antonio. Can we just make a perception check for the whole hallway?
Well, I just don't know.
I'm just.
I think I'm gonna
zigging and
say you
zagging
have to
through.
do it every third of the hallway. You'll have to do it.
Okay,
Alright.
that's fair. I'm gonna do one for now. Cause big wide open space, that's bullshit.
Iakwe will give the help action.
So Cassius did it for the first half of the hallway. Alistair, this is for the second third of the hallway,
Sure.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you notice that, like, I think it's like right here. Hold on, it's not letting me ping it. 2 seconds.
You gotta hold it.
So right here, boom, there is that little painting, right?
I didn't see it.
Of the sun.
Yeah. Do it again.
Bing.
Yeah, ping it again. I didn't see it.
If you're on the GM layer, we won't. be able
Oh,
to see
damn it. I am on the GM layer. That was it. Ping.
Oh.
Ping. See it?
This thing here. That's a painting.
Yeah, that's the painting. Yeah, so that's the sun painting. The painting of the pyramid with the sun. Anyway, you can make out that it looks like it's concealing something. It looks like a portion of the
Ooh.
work that depicts the sun appears to be separate from the rest of the painting.
Oh, that's odd. Looks like drapes or something.
I'm gonna
Give
check.
it a good old poke with the pole.
I'll do it. Yes, I will poke at it with the pole.
Yep, you push and you push and you push, and there appears to be like some sort of central hinge, and the sun kind of rotates on that central hinge, and you see that it leads to a passage beyond.
Oh, would you look
Yeah.
at that?
But it's about 8 feet above the floor, so it looks like when you push the thing and it rotates, you're seeing the floor at eye level. So you'd have to like climb up and onto like a raised level. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! We don't have to climb this, lads.
Yeah, it's about 8 feet above the floor.
Yes.
If you scamper up, we've still got the rope attached, so or we could just pull you back if it gets terrible.
That's true. And I'm gonna go right up.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just checking here. All right. So what were you saying? So sorry.
What kind of lantern did you hand off?
A hooded lantern.
No.
Oh wait, did you go in?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, sorry about that. I'm like way behind. I'm trying to like read ahead and all this stuff.
No, that's
Okay,
fine.
cool. So here we go.
Oh, wrong side. Oh boy, there's a long corridor here, lads. It cuts off and goes to the right a bit, and a little further down it goes to the left, and then further up goes to the right. This is rather convoluted.
Yes, and there's lots of interesting things to read on this one.
Mm,
So 16. Wait. That's if you're approaching from the other side. Never mind. It looks like that the shield that makes up the other side of this sun has words written in mastic on it.
this has got some of that language that I can't speak. I can only speak this language in devil tongue.
It rotates
I'll tell you
entirely
what,
around, so you can just.
Why
flip
don't
it.
you help me climb up, and then we can bring up you and see what we can do.
All right, come on, give him a boost. He's rather small.
Yeah, you guys get him up there, no problem. It requires a little bit of effort. Yes, exactly. Let me do this one, and then we're probably gonna have to call it a night here.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, but if you guys are okay, we can just do this one last kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. Let's see here. The corridor. Okay, so the corridor is high ceilinged, decorated with sculptures mounted on the walls. 2 corridors branch off from the main hall, narrow ones to the east and another to the west. The statuary that adorns the wall consists of 4 sculpted head of animals. And this is actually worth showing you a picture of, because it's
Ooh,
yeah, it's.
I love
a-
pictures.
Yeah, me too.
I love horses.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, so they're a bunch of animals, right? So each one is about 6 feet above the floor, about 2 feet, 3 feet in diameter. Opposite the passage that leads east is the head of the coyote. Across the hallway going west is the head of a grinning bear. Near the south end of the corridor, there's a bison mounted on the east wall, and in the north end, on the west wall, is what appears to be the head of an eagle with its beak open, and something is shining from inside the eagle's mouth.
Well, that looks fucking dangerous, lad. What? Well, let's here. Let me pick up Yahweh here.
This is the eagle.
Alright, you see what this writing here says?
Let me take a look.
Possibly it's like up, down, left, right.
Oh, it's just one of those things that's like, turn back!
Oh,
It is a warning about the dangers of the temple and how we should turn back.
Yeah, you guys
I think we
technically
should be-
fell into the lowest levels of the temple. And you're like trying to climb back to the surface where you were supposed to come in through. So you're doing a dungeon crawl backwards.
Okay, okay. So it's pointless warning. Can you poke the bison here, and I'm just gonna have my weapon and shield out, and see if it comes alive and tries to mangle.
I give it a nice whack across the snoot.
It lets out a satisfying twang, and then nothing else happens.
Okay,
See,
I
I
know
know
this
how to-
goes against every dungeoneering instinct you have, but I'm gonna do this.
I rolled a
I'm gonna
plot
stand right in
twist
front of
that
it,
says best
Expecting
day
to trigger
ever.
something.
I rolled a plot twist that says
You
best day ever. It says the next time you, and I'm assuming it's Cassius because that's when I rolled it. Next time Cassius rolls a 1, treat it as a 20 instead.
Ooh. Say no more.
Just try to remember that if we have a next time. You know what I mean?
I'm putting it in my notes now.
Hell yeah. All right, so nothing happens with that one.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So presumably this is the coyote, right?
Which one was that? That one right there? I believe so. Let me just double check the. Let's see. The one.
Yeah, that's
opposite
gotta be the coyote.
to the.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's yeah.
Wait.
This is
The opposite
coyote,
the
this is
passage
the
that leads
bear,
east
and the eagle.
is the coyote. So I think, yeah, the one across from the passage that goes west is the bear. So it goes coyote, bear, eagle.
Okay.
Mm.
I think we all see the shiny, and we all know
Oh.
what that means.
We all know what that means.
I'm assuming these things will come alive and try to eat us, so I'm gonna take point on this one. And
Do you
Let's
want
try
to
and-
just? do you want to just wrap a rope around the ring and yank it out from a safe distance in case it's just
Oh, that's a
some
lovely
kind of
idea.
explosion?
Here, let me go on ahead. Let me look for traps because there's a hallway right to the fucking right here. Let me do a little bit of perceiving around here.
Okay.
Perceiving.
Well, that's shite. That is bullshit.
You perceive. You
Okay,
perceive.
that's
you
just
perceive,
another hallway.
It's very dark, and it's hard to perceive around here. You know what I mean? Just a couple guys, couple boys doing a little dungeon crawl. Can't perceive too good.
Yeah, this is quite the pickle. I'm gonna give the coyote a nice whack on the snoot, see what happens.
Twang. Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Oh wow, I'm gonna not go right in front of the fucking coyote. I'm gonna move up a little bit. I'm gonna
I am
fucking.
purposefully passing in front of these things.
I'm giving the bear a nice whack.
Twang. Nothing else.
All right. So now I'm gonna just not go in front of it.
Yep. Now you can
And
see
then
though.
I'm gonna go.
Now you can see that the.
So now what is this here? Can I roll perception on that?
Oh, baby, I'll explain that here in just a minute. So, what we have here is the eagle, right? So, now that you're close enough, you can see that there is some sort of golden circlet in the eagle's mouth, keeping the mouth open. And it's very obviously a trap, right? Like, you don't need to roll, but you can tell if you try to remove it, the jaws will slam shut, right?
Oh boys, where's the rope? Let's see.
Wait,
Well,
no, this is. It might not just simply be wanting to take off your hand. It might be wanting to collapse the corridor.
This is true. So let me not do that. That's a long fucking corridor. So I'm gonna move up.
May I see your crowbar?
Oh yeah, here. I'm gonna like slide it over through the floor.
Alright, if we are going to be greedy, trying to fix the crowbar into the eagle's mouth, tie rope around the anklet.
You're gonna Indiana Jones the fucking thing.
Yes, everyone stand a safe distance. We have 100 feet of rope, let's use it.
What exactly are these things up here? Up ahead?
Oh, I'll explain that in a minute.
I mean, we're close enough to see it, right? What are they?
Right, but that's going to be my cliffhanger.
Oh
No,
boy.
it's bullshit. What are they?
Okay.
Before we
Let's-
do,
let's-
what are they?
Okay, fine. Travis is holding the rope. You guys look ahead and slightly up, and you see... 2 seconds.
Oh god, this is gonna be fucking scary.
It is going to be scary, dude. It's going to be pretty scary. And you see...
What
Ugh.
the fuck
Along
is that?
both sides of the corridor, deep in the shadows, human figures appear to be floating above the floor. As you approach, you see that the figures seem suspended in the air. They're actually withered corpses, standing upright on a ledge 2 feet above the floor. So you got close enough, your light breached it, you weren't worried about the circlet, and you noticed all those beautiful boys just standing there on that ledge.
You know,
They're not moving, though.
I am beginning to think I understand what this circlet might be.
Yeah, what's
what might
that?
happen?
What's that now?
Beginning to put two and two together.
I
Maybe-
feel like if you pull the circlet, they're gonna drop and animate and try.
I wouldn't have been trying to fucking stonewall you if that was related to this part of the...
I know.
Not to get you thinking meta. I mean, that's good thinking.
Well,
No, I say we just pull the circlet. I want gold.
The plan. Alista, you are capable of destroying the dead, correct? By channeling
Devil.
divinity through yourself.
Of course.
All right. We are going to hang back at the far end. The entrance was only like 1 block or 1 square wide, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Because we had to crawl through that one thing.
Okay. We are going to go as far back as possible. I am going to yank on the rope. When the creatures get within range, Alistair, you attempt to channel divinity into them. And then we will all go through the single passage, and I will put a ball of flame in that. If they try to pass through to us, they will severely regret it.
Alright,
That's
let's
fine.
mosey a few feet back. Just like here.
I just
That's
thought it was
Right.
weird that you're not gonna try to like salvage some of these zombies for your little undead army.
No, zombies are terrible. Besides, we need short swords and short bows. Without them, they're just, punching people.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
That's very true.
Okay, so maybe like there. That should be good. Alright, I'm ready. Let her rip.
Oh, so you're
Alright,
putting me in the
Cassius,
front
you should
lines.
probably get back.
It's fine. I'm charismatic.
You pull
Let's
the
see.
rope. The circlet comes free, and the jaws go clank, and then they snap shut, and the circlet
Even on the crowbar?
clink clinks onto the floor.
Did the crowbar stop it, or did it?
Oh, the
snap
crowbar.
back
Oh, I see what you're saying. I forgot you put the crowbar in there.
Oh yeah, he
Um,
did.
No, I mean it snaps on the crowbar, but it doesn't like. Oh, I see. You put it like you
Doesn't
wedged
shut.
it. You wedged it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it stops it from shutting. Yeah.
Oh shit! Ingenuity. I like it.
So go get the circlet.
It's
Anything interesting about it?
Anything written on the inside?
It looks pretty neat. Yeah, it says super magic item. Please take me. This is super great that you found me. Thank you for freeing me. I love you. God bless America.
This is probably the single kindest item I've ever met. We should take.
What is America?
And with that, we fade to black. No. What is America?
What is America?
Well, what it is the item you found here. Here's the thing. It's a wondrous item, and I don't know how to tell you what it does without telling you
I
what
believe
it
that's
does.
what the
'cause
identify spell is for.
it requires
Yeah.
attunement and all that good stuff. So, okay, cool. So is that something that you have to cast, or is that like a just bitchy?
I think it was a
throwaway-
ritual.
Yeah.
Okay,
10
cool.
minutes, sit down with it.
All right, fuck it. You sit down with that bad boy for 10 minutes, and you figure out that it is a. And I'll let you explain it in your own words, Travis. Boop, boop, boop,
Let me.
boop.
I see
you go.
what you were. After you can cast your stone as an action.
As he's reading it, I'm just
I
stepping
don't
up
actually
close.
know the curse. Identify specifically does not reveal curses, so I'm not going to read that.
Okay, good.
And Yiyakwe is just going to say, this is a bracelet that it appears to be attuned to stone magic. It prevents you from being petrified, by some manner of Medusa or what have you. Additionally, it allows you to petrify others at least 3 times, and no more. Additionally, you can shape stone itself at least 13 times, and then
Exactly 13.
exactly 13.
Okay,
It
well,
is
cool.
it is an expendable item, but a powerful one.
Hmm.
Good work, team. That was good coordination.
Yes.
As you say,
It,
good coordination. You start hacking and coughing. Everyone take another 5 damage. Another hour has elapsed.
Fuck.
Now here's the issue. It requires one align themselves with the item, which would take at least another hour. After which I am certain that I would have some manner of lung condition.
I think we all do.
perhaps we keep moving.
Yes.
You get fucking
Maybe,
COPD.
But shall we move towards these bastards? Or should we move towards the other 2 corridors?
I would say the other 2 corridors first.
Let me see what's in those.
If they have an exit, then they are clearly superior to
superior.
dealing with whoever they are.
That's fair enough.
We can tell the one to the east already wraps kind of back towards the way we came. So I don't think there's any value there.
It
It
could
could.
spiral upwards into some manner of staircase.
It could.
Okay,
That is very
let's
true.
Take a look.
Let's see. I'm gonna squeeze on
first.
through.
So you're gonna do who now?
I'm
Going to
squeezing.
this one just to check to see where.
Okay. And then we're probably
Where
gonna
this goes.
call it a night. But yeah, sure. Let me drop this bad boy here. Boop.
Oh, it's just more corridor.
Oh, it's a lot of corridor, dog.
Alright.
It's a
So-
big boy corridor, dog. But here's
Oh,
the thing.
fuck.
When you look down this corridor, you see what looks like a floating ball of light. Just balling it up.
Oi,
just
there's
being
there's a floating ball of light just chilling in the fuck off corner in the room. I don't want to touch it. I'm not the
Wait.
holiest person here.
Why don't we take 10 minutes and think about what we want to do?
Yeah, that would
Fade
be
to
best.
black?
fade to black.
It's fade to black as we're like, well, shit.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. This is super cool. And then you guys take a little nappy nap in the corridor. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, until we
I
get.
honestly think we kind of should.
Yeah, you
'Cause
guys
we
haven't
can
like
use hit die
rested,
to get some
and I
HP,
understand
but-
why. It's that time crunch. It's that poison effect. You really can't spend like an hour resting, right? You know, what I mean, you can't do that. Or wait, no, short rest is 20 minutes, right? You can't take a short
Yeah, like
rest is an
20, 30 minutes where you can use hit dice. That's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, first of all, I thought a short rest was an hour, and if it is, we should still be able to use our hit die, but we'll take the poison and hope that our hit die can negate
Even
the
it
5
out.
damage.
The issue being, we're not sure if the toxin that is slowly killing us is also preventing us from recovering.
That's some deep.
We don't know.
Yeah,
If only-
exactly.
if only one
That's the
of us
thing
knew
is
that.
we're not really sure if it can. What'd you say?
Nothing. Also, we're really out of character right now, and I thought we were fading to black. I'm not sure if we're ending it here.
Yeah, we're.
I think we are for now.
Yeah,
Right.
we're ending it here. Sorry, my microphone was away from my face. We are.
Okay.
But that was cool, man. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'd like to continue on. See if you guys can actually like complete it at some point. That'd be cool. I might not do another live stream, but I'll certainly record it, and then which is kind of what I'm doing. Oh, I should probably
Just put it up
stop
on YouTube.
recording now.